versus Rangers. Championship DNA is resilient. The Rangers opened 2024 knowing several key pieces would be on the mend. As the season progressed, new challenges emerged. But as the obstacles arise, this club elevates their game to meet the moment.
Back to the wall! Gone!
Today, their opponent bears a familiar face. Ron Washington helms the Halos. And they are a beleaguered bunch. Opportunity awaits. The Rangers must find a way to do what they've done so many times this season. It's time to meet the moment. It's what champions do.
It's time for some baseball on this Sunday afternoon as we welcome you to Rangers Live, presented by Smoothie King. Hey, the Stars advance, the Mavs advance. Now it's time for the Rangers to put together a winning streak here at Globe Life Field today. As we welcome you inside Globe Life Field, Leslie McCaslin alongside Mark McLemore in our powder blue. We are ready to go and ready for the Rangers to put together a winning streak after a crazy game last night.
That was a very long game. Well, not really that long, but in the clock era, it is a long game. The longest the Rangers have played since last year, but they got to win. That's the important thing. I don't care how long you play, just win it, baby.
Yeah, maybe not long last couple of years, but long for this year. In fact, the third longest for the Rangers in the pitch clock era. That did go 13 innings last night, the first time it's gone that long since August of last year. Angels 0-18 with runners in scoring position last night. That is tied for worst in team history since 1974. So it was a marathon of a game. What exactly happened out there, Mac, last night?
A lot. There was a lot of things that went on last night. Obviously, the Rangers had opportunities. We had opportunities. This is a missed opportunity. Josh Smith at second base, and Travis Jankowski hits a base hit to right field. You think he's going to score. Joe Adell has to go to his right about 15 feet, but Josh Smith kind of waited for that ball to hit the ground and made sure nobody was going to catch it, and was thrown out by a mile at home plate. That was a missed opportunity. And then the Angels had theirs. You got Josh Smith starting a double play. That's a unique double play, third baseman to the shortstop to first base. And then the Angels return the favor in extra innings. All of this is going on in extra innings. And Marcus Semien, the Gold Glover, picking it, a hot shot off of the bat of Renifo. And, man, that's a tough one because when it hits that turf, it's going to skip a little bit. Semien picked it. And then this ended the game. Hit by pitch. Josh Lowe kind of almost got out of the way and said, no, let me stand here and take it. And that is the game winner. So a very long night, a lot of missed opportunities by both teams, but fortunately the Rangers prevailed.
I loved Nathaniel's face there when he got hit, like, oh, well, I guess I'll take it. We get the win in the celebration afterwards. The hit by pitch walk-off. You know what? Sometimes you'll take the win any way you can get it. Let's see what Bruce Bochy had to say afterwards.
We just need to get on the roll, and you know, we've had good wins, and you think we're on our way, then you know, we get shut down. So, you know, we're facing a really good pitcher today. This guy throws 100, has a good breaking ball. He's been throwing the ball well, but it'd be nice to get on a little streak here. We're going on a road trip playing two really good teams, so, you know, it'd be nice to get things rolling here.
Okay, Rangers are now 24-23, a game over 500. Fun fact here, they have not fallen under 500 yet this season. Anytime that they've come up against it, playing at 500, have the opportunity to lose, they are 8-0. I bet Bruce Bochy will take that too.
I think Bochy would prefer it to not, for this to not even be a topic of conversation. Get well away from that 500 mark, obviously on the top part of that. So yes, I don't think he's really worried about that. I know he wants this team to be 20, 25, 30 games above 500 at some point this year. That means they'll be playing some really good baseball.
But we also remember before the Bruce Bochy era, those many years of being 15, 20 below 500. So it is exciting that they are staying right above it every single time. All right, we mentioned Marcus Semien. We saw one play by him already defensively. He had a solid night.
He does, and this is pretty much Marcus Semien every night. This is what you're going to get out of this guy, whether he's got the bat in his hands or the glove. See a base hit here in the fourth inning, or actually he's going first to third, and this set up the tying run. Nathaniel Lowe hits a sacrifice fly after this, but that's hustle. That's knowing what that outfielder can do and knowing what you can do, being able to go to first, going first to third. That's being aggressive on the bases. And then we see him here in the 13th inning. He picks this ball, a very tough ball to pick. It's, like I said, it's going to hit that turf and skip a little bit. So Marcus Semien plays hard on both ends of the ball. This guy's amazing to watch every single day. And for me, he reminds me of a Hall of Famer, that the guy that's going to go into the Hall of Fame in a couple of months, Adrian Beltre.
He's kind of sneaky fast. Like, you know he's fast, but he is not the one I would think of on the team thinking of the fastest player out there. Wow. But he's near the top, isn't he? Yeah,
he can run. He knows how to run the bases. And really, you don't have to be fast to be a good base runner, going first to third, second to home. It's just about being smart and knowing when to go and reading the baseball, and that's exactly what Marcus Semien does very well.
We know he is both of those as we take a look at today's lineup and see who is in the order. Marcus Semien, of course, leading the way as always. A little bit of a change here. Evan Carter is getting his first start in left field since returning from his back injury, and Adolis Garcia is actually getting the day off. So let's take a little bit closer look at that. He's not playing today because of a collision last night between him and Marcus Semien. Did you think at the time that that was that big of a deal?
Well, you never know. When guys run into each other, whether it's infielders and outfielders or infielders together, you don't know. Because right when that happens, you got adrenaline going. So he stayed in the ball game, but this is tough. He goes down, and Semi just kind of runs right over the top of him. You don't know what's going to happen. You see him, I think Semi's knee kind of caught him in the chin. That's a tough collision there. You don't know if it's really going to be something that's serious, or the next day, or later on, or happen right then and there. So a lot of times your adrenaline is going, so you don't really feel it until later on when things start to slow down, and that's probably the case of what happened with Garcia today.
So he is getting an MRI. Bochy says he doesn't expect it to be bad news, but we will see. He is getting the day off. But as we take a look at our Smoothie King, pack more power in. What's crazy about that is after that collision, he hit a home run. So clearly he wasn't feeling terrible at the time, and hopefully it's nothing serious.
The adrenaline was still going, and El Bombi, I've been in the booth with him all week, and I'm still going to be in the booth with him today. He might have to come in and pinch it, a Bomba, but it's, you know, he needs a day off, which is fine. No big deal. Hopefully everything is going to be okay, and he'll be able to get back out there Tuesday. So not only today, he'll have tomorrow as well to rest up. You know, when you have a collision like that, there's no telling what's going to hurt and when. It could be a couple of days later. It could happen right there at that moment. So it'd be good to get him back in the lineup in a couple of days.
It's kind of crazy when he decides to come out of a bad stretch. He really comes out of a bad stretch. 0 for 12 in his last 12 games, not have a home run, and now 3 in his last 4 games. It's like, hey, guys, guess what? Just in case you didn't remember me, I'm back. All right, Evan Carter, as I mentioned, getting his first start since returning from his injury in left field. What do you expect from Evan as he now not just DHs, but starts to play again?
Well, I think it's going to take him a minute to get that rhythm back again. It's been since May 8th since he's been in the lineup and not really had any at bats. So hopefully it won't take him that long to find that rhythm. But I still expect him to get on base a couple of times today, whether it's a hit or by walk. But I definitely expect Evan Carter to be on, and I'm sure he expects himself to be on there 4 or 5 times today.
All right, we got more coming your way today as the Rangers get ready to face the Angels in the final of this 3-game series. Let's talk about that bullpen, who definitely came in and had some big innings last night and 13 extra. Stick around. We'll return in just a few minutes. Rangers Live on Bally Sports is presented by Smoothie King. Pack more power in.
This is what you've been waiting for, folks. This is Gunnar Henderson.
American League Rookie of the Year. What a superstar rookie season he had.
What can this guy do?
One of the best all-around players. You better be really good at what you do if you're going to be called Gunnar.
Out of here! Gunnar Henderson's season is in full effect.
Gunnar Henderson's my shortstop. This dude, absolute animal.
Show him who you are, kid. Show him who you are.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
With the Bally Sports app.
The Rangers take a swing at the Angels. Today on Bally Sports.
Here with Rangers reliever Grant Anderson, and ready to play our first Ranger Most Likely of the season. Grant, first one of the season. I don't think we've ever played it with you.
No, this is my first time.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm pretty pumped, yeah.
What have you heard about Ranger Most Likely?
I've just seen some of them on the TV in the locker room, and there's some pretty interesting picks that go on.
You've been waiting for this moment for a long time, haven't you?
I've been actually hoping to not have this moment, but yeah.
All right, well, you're here now. Here we go. Who is the Ranger most likely to be the last man standing in a real-life Squid Game?
That's tough. We're going off the games they did in the show, the first season, because that first game, the start and stop one, most of the team probably be gone after that one. Okay. I'll give it to Marcus.
Marcus?
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus Simeon.
Pretty well-rounded athlete. I feel like he could do all.
Who is the Ranger most likely to attend a Taylor Swift concert by himself?
I want to say Nate Lowe.
Okay. Ranger most likely to pull a prank in the clubhouse?
That could be like 5 different guys, probably. Nate's on that list also, probably. Nate Lowe.
Any good ones you can share?
I don't know if there's any I can share. Max is a pretty, actually, he likes the pranks.
Okay. Ranger most likely to look cool while doing the gritty?
Smitty. Josh Smith.
Okay. Ranger most likely to have gone pro in another sport?
Ooh, these are some good ones. I'll give that to Simeon also, again.
What sport do you think?
You know, I heard he could hoop pretty good, but the height factor might get him there. But I know his dad was good at football, so I'll probably say football.
Okay, all right. Ranger most likely to scarf down a boomstick. You know what the boomstick is? The big old hot dog? Who's crushing that?
I don't know if anybody can get that, but that's like 3 feet long, right? Yeah. I'll give it to Bobby.
Okay, Bobby Wilson. And then finally, Ranger most likely that you would allow to babysit your child?
I'm going to go with somebody who has a lot of kids, not him.
And it's Josh Forrest. Just for the record, he has 2 children, and Grant Anderson is not leaving his child with Josh Forrest.
I'll leave with Travis Jankowski.
Oh, what a great choice.
Solid pick right there, yeah.
Josh says boring. Travis would keep it safe. Yeah. We're worried about safety. Yeah, it might be boring, but it would be safe. Okay, all right. All right, Grant, what did you think about your first appearance on Ranger Most Likely?
Hey, that's a tough question. This is why I didn't want to be on here, because it's just too tough a question.
You did great. You did great.
Thank you.
I mean, you do kind of put him on the spot, but you got to love it. And I got to say, I would have said Travis Jankowski, too.
Oh, for sure. Or Marcus Simeon. Both of those have, they've got multiple kids, and so they know how to handle one more. If you've got 3 or 4, one more is not going to matter.
It already feels like a million.
Exactly.
Except for poor Sporzy. I kind of want to get to the bottom of this. Why was he immediately X'd out as being allowed to keep his kids? He does have 2 of his own. All right, back to baseball. Let's talk a little bit about this Rangers bullpen that was so key last night. Even though Urania got off to a good start and went 6 innings, when you go 13, you need all sorts of guys. They used 5, allowing 1 hit through 7 innings. How were they able to turn it on last night?
Well, they just threw quality strikes last night. They got ahead of hitters. They walked 3, but in 7 innings, I'll take that. 9 punch-outs, but throwing quality strikes, getting ahead of hitters, and putting them in a pitcher's count. Hernandez came in. I thought he did a good job. That's a nice rebound for him. Yates, obviously, he's still on. D. Robertson comes in. He does a fine job. And then Yuri Rodriguez finishes off the game. But I'll tell you what, it's consistency that these guys are really looking for. This is a really good sign. They just have to keep it going. That's really the big thing. But I think if the offense scores some more runs, that'll give the relievers a little bit of breathing room.
Yes, they would probably enjoy that after last night's late game. What have you made of Yuri Rodriguez, not just last night, but his back-to-back appearances have been so solid?
Well, he's getting put in some pretty good situations, and he's coming out on top, and that's what you need to do. But really, getting strike 1, that is a key thing for relievers and starters as well. But definitely when you're coming out of that bullpen and you have runners on base, strike 1 is the biggest pitch for you, and then you've got to be able to finish off that hitter and get out of an inning. And Yuri Rodriguez, his last couple of outings, he's been spot on.
Well, the good news is they have a day off tomorrow, but hey, they still have a game to play today. Obviously, a quick turnaround as we take a look at this bullpen tracker. Bochy basically said pretty much everybody, but Robertson is available. But when you look at those numbers, you've had a lot of guys that threw quite a few pitches last night.
Yeah, you do, but Robertson is the oldest, and that's why he's going to be off today and tomorrow. But the rest of the guys, younger guys, they have a better chance to bounce back. Hopefully we will only need maybe 1 or 2 of those guys to close out a win today. But with a day off tomorrow, pretty much everybody's going to be available.
Coming into yesterday's game, this was the worst bullpen in the league. It fluctuates, I know that, but how much do you put into that?
Well, you have to look at the numbers and what they haven't done and what they have done. They've just been inconsistent for me. They have great arms, no question about it. They all know how to get hitters out, but they've just been inconsistent. Yates has probably been the most consistent one. Then David Robertson, obviously, he's been very consistent. The other guys, the younger guys, they've had some issues. But you take Yuri Rodriguez, his last couple of outings, he's been very solid. So it's really the inconsistency that they're fighting with right now. So I think once they get that consistency and come in 3-4 times and have some success, I think that can help turn things around.
Well, the good news is hopefully some of these injuries will dissipate. Some of the guys will come back. And when you're at the bottom, the only way you can go is up. How about Michael Lorenzen? Such a good start on Monday. Didn't get the win, but he'll have an opportunity today. We'll preview his start when we return on Rangers Live, presented by Smoothie King. Rangers Live on Valley Sports is presented by Smoothie King. Pack more power in.
The 2023 National League Most Valuable Player, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna is the real deal.
He's incredible.
When you talk to players, they're in awe of things Acuna is accomplishing.
This kid can do it all.
He did it! A 40-70 season! Let it fly, Ronald.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Join the conversation with Kevin Millar, along with Sierra Santos and fellow World Series champion Ryan Dempster on the most unpredictable baseball show on TV. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. It's a good one. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
never miss a moment of Rangers baseball. Stream Rangers baseball by logging in with your TV provider on the Valley Sports app.
Michael Lorenzen on the mound for the Rangers today. Had a good start on Monday against Cleveland. Actually made 18 starts for the Angels back in 2021. So he'll get to face his former team as we take a look at our Whataburger pitching matchup. Lorenzen, who is 2-2 on the year with a 3.75 ERA, is going up against Jose Soriano, 1-4. But what I'm hearing has one heck of a fastball. Mac, what do you expect from Soriano?
I expect him to throw the fastball a lot. He likes that pitch. He throws it about half the time. He's also got a slider, and I hear he's got a knuckle curve as well. But the Rangers are a very good hitting fastball team, so they're going to sit back and look for that fastball, and everything else that he throws, hopefully he's not throwing it for a strike. But if that fastball is up at the top of the zone, the Rangers need to play off of that pitch. You want to get him down and try and do some damage with the fastball.
But does this bode well for the Rangers, who are looking for the fastball?
If he makes mistakes with the fastball. Now, if he's throwing the fastball where he wants to, which is high in the zone, to get it high at the top of the strike zone, to get a strikeout or down and away, he's going to be very tough to hit, especially when he hits triple digits. 47
career games, but his last 7 as a starter. So this is newer for him.
Yeah, it is new territory for him, but it looks like he's got the stuff. And I think the Angels, they obviously need as many quality starters as they possibly can. So Soriano's getting the call here lately and seeing how he's doing. But he's 1-4 so far. His ERA is really good. So that tells you it's not necessarily about the record. He's not allowing a lot of runs. So hopefully the Rangers will be able to get to him today.
Well, Michael Lorenzen possibly had his best start on Monday against Cleveland, even though the Rangers did not win that game, allowing just 2 hits through 7 shutout innings. Why was he so impressive last week?
Strikes, strikes, strikes. He was aggressive in the strike zone, getting ahead a lot with strike 1, and then being able to finish hitters off like he did there with a fastball down and away, and then another one down and in to Naylor. This guy is on fire. I love his approach. He goes out there. He's a bulldog. He's going to give you quality innings and keep you in a ball game. He didn't get the win the last time out, but he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Quality innings, and also has pitched at least 6 in 5 straight starts, which is so important to this club right now.
That's huge. You want your starters to go as deep into the game as you possibly can. 6, 7 innings, possibly even 8 innings if they're economical with their pitches. So hopefully Lorenzen can do the same thing again and follow it up and continue his streak of going 6 innings.
All right, let's take a look at our Gateway View and GMC keys to the game. I always look forward to the keys, more so because I want to see what y'all came up with.
All right, let's go. Number 1, the Rangers got to heat up the bats at home. In the last 15 games, 11 of the last 15, they scored 4 runs or less, and the other 4, they've been shut out. So they need to get better at home. Number 2, Lorenzen make it 6 for 6. That is going 6 innings for the 6th time in his last 6 starts. That's what he's going to need to do to keep this club in the ball game. And the last one, make swift work of Taylor. You see how I did that?
I did. I didn't count you as a Swift.
I'm really not, but it kind of sounded good. That's Taylor Ward there. He's got 3 home runs in his last 3 ball games, so the Rangers are going to try and shut him down.
Just shake him off, or
that's it.
However it goes.
Close
all right. Taylor Ward has been very good in 3 straight games. Let's talk a little bit more, though, about Evan Carter. 2 hits in his last 22 at-bats. I feel like maybe that's a little unfair given that he's had a week off before his return this weekend. But you expect him, you said earlier, to at least get on base.
Yes, I think, by hit or walk, he needs to get on base, but he needs to really get that rhythm back, that's all. And hopefully this game today, he'll be able to get himself going and get out of that 2 for 22 slide he's been in lately.
Corey Seager is one of those guys in this lineup that is vital in order for them to get a win. How he goes seems to be how the team goes. He has a .303 average in wins. He's batting a .177 in losses. Why is it so big for Corey to be a part of this offense?
Well, he's at the top of the lineup. He's in the 2-hole. Usually Simeon's on, and you've got Leote that's on as well. So when Corey Seager's swinging the bat well, he's driving in runs. That means those guys are on base, so that's how he drives in those runs. So it's great when Corey's swinging the bat well, because obviously you look at the numbers, that means the team's winning.
All right, so there's been some ups and downs, a little bit of a roller coaster over the last week and a half. How big is it for the Rangers to win this one today, win this series before heading out on the road?
Well, that's what they want to do. You want to win series after series. You're not going to sweep everybody. You want to win every series that you play, and the way the Rangers do that is they win this ball game here, have a day off, then go out on the road, get back home and keep it rolling. But this is the time where they really need to start putting things together.
All right, we got another one coming your way here on Bally Sports. First pitch is just around the corner. Of course, we've got two incredible managers. Ron Washington there for the Angels, Bruce Bochy for the home team, and Mark McLemore and I will be back after the game. Enjoy this one, everyone.
Within baseball, we are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
As we focus on mental health and wellness. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
So let's be kind to each other and ourselves.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You gotta go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
The 2023 World Series champion Texas Rangers. Championship DNA is resilient. The Rangers opened 2024 knowing several key pieces would be on the mend. As the season progressed, new challenges emerged. But as the obstacles arise, this club elevates their game to meet the moment.
Back to the wall! Gone!
Today, their opponent bears a familiar face. Ron Washington helms the Halos. And they are a beleaguered bunch. Opportunity awaits. The Rangers must find a way to do what they've done so many times this season. It's time to meet the moment. It's what champions do.
Tell you what else they do. They win games in 13 innings on a hit-by-pitch. Nathaniel Lowe takes it off the shin with the bases loaded, and the Rangers squeak one out last night over the Angels to even the series at a game apiece. Rangers baseball, presented by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, and today the final game in this three-game series. The Rangers with a chance not just to win the series, but to earn a 500 mark on the homestand. All right, welcome in, everyone. Great to have you along with us on this Sunday afternoon. I'm Dave Raymond with Mike Bassick, and we're decked out in the blues. The Rangers will be too today, and they're feeling a little bit better. Buoyed perhaps after that win last night in 13 innings. There were a lot of guys who came up big in that one, no doubt about it, but our T-Mobile coverage cam shows one guy in particular who seems to do all the little things well.
Yeah, Marcus Semien does the little things well that leads to wins, and you've got to check your outfield before the ball is hit, and Marcus Semien knows where the center fielder is playing before this ball is hit in the depth and easily makes it to third base. This was really big in the 8th inning because Nathaniel Lowe comes up and gets a ball to the outfield. Semion's able to tag up and tie the game up in the 8th inning to send it to extra innings. And then in the 13th, the Gold Glover makes a spectacular play on a hard line drive, short hop there to keep the game tied and lead the Rangers to a big victory yesterday. Little things can make big differences.
Yeah, and a much needed victory yesterday for the Rangers. It's been a little bit of a struggle here lately. And we say that about the Rangers. What must the Angels be saying about the way things are going for the year and, of course, last night?
Well, when you look at the hurting Halos and you look at the opportunities lost last night, 0 for 18. That ties the worst in Angels history in the last 50 years. And then you look at how many times they're striking out, the 19th game of 10-plus times. That's tied for 5th in the American League. And then 8 losses by 1 run. So there have been opportunities for the Angels to win this year. They haven't taken advantage of the opportunities, whether it was last night or throughout this season.
Okay, well, 1 game left in this series this afternoon. Now, if you're going to win a game in 13 innings the way the Rangers did yesterday, one thing that's going to have to work for you is your bullpen. And they were really good yesterday. Some of them throwing for some length. Let's put those boys in the spotlight with Emily Jones when we come back.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper for me is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness.
Every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did it again! It is Bedlam at the bank!
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
One more at home before it is back out on the road as Rangers baseball is brought to you by your local Nissan dealers. The finale of a 3-game set between the Rangers and the Angels on
on tap this afternoon. The Rangers looking for a series win and looking to get back 2 games above 500 with a win over the Halos this afternoon. And last night was a crazy one, to say the least, and the Rangers bullpen came in clutch and in a very big way. As we take a look at our Shiner Box Spotlight, the performance by the bullpen absolutely nails last night. You see 7 innings pitched, giving up just 1 hit, 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts, kept this team in the game through 13 innings until obviously Nathaniel Lowe ended things, getting hit by that pitch. But a crazy game, hopefully a sign of some positive things to come and a catalyst for a nice little winning streak, guys.
All right, well, your Nissan starting pitcher for the Rangers today is Michael Lorenzen. Been outstanding in his 6 starts. You see the numbers there, 36 innings pitched, 3.75 ERA, only 220 batting average against.
All right, he wastes no time, and he is all set to go this afternoon. A getaway day for the Rangers, and the first pitch from Lorenzen, a fastball a little bit upstairs for ball 1 to Rengifo. Luis Rengifo, switch hitting third baseman. And Lorenzen shoots for that same spot, this time with a slider, and gets the call. 1-1. Rengifo hitting .307 and getting on base a little less than 36% of the time. He's done a pretty nice job, and he takes over the leadoff spot today for the Angels. Just back and in uniform, playing again for this series. Tapped that one foul. A viral infection that had him sidelined for a little bit.
So far, Lorenzen is showing a pretty good command of his off-speed pitches. He's able to throw that slider in the upper part of the zone for a strike right there. Threw a really nice changeup, bottom part of the zone here. And we've seen Lorenzen get a lot of takes for strike 3s. And right here, maybe he throws a fastball right by Rengifo. We'll see.
Right-hander set and fires. Yeah, that's way in.
A lot of off-speed pitches so far to start this game off for Lorenzen.
Rengifo doing what a good leadoff hitter does, seeing some pitches, and he draws the walk.
StatCast powered by Google Cloud. We look at Lorenzen's stuff. We just saw the off-speed pitches. Here's the arsenal: the 4-seam fastball, the sinker, slider, changeup, cutter, curveball, sweeper. We have them all. We see the good locations. He's been very good this year. And then the speeds: 94 on the fastballs, 86 on the slider, changeup 85.
First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Cole Tucker. Tucker getting the start at left field today. A switch hitter. 267 average so far for him. A little more limited playing time so far for Tucker, and he takes just a little bit outside.
Well, we've seen in this series the Angels are going to be aggressive on the bases, and 1-1 is a pretty decent pitch to run on here. We'll see if Ron Washington sends him loose.
Did not. 2-1 to Tucker. There's Wash, the first-year skipper for the Angels, after, of course, a great tenure here in Arlington with the Rangers. 2-1, and that'll even the count. Wash had recently been with Atlanta since 2017. Coached 7 years with Atlanta, third base, infield instructor. Managed the Rangers, though, for 8 years, 2007 through 14, as so many fans well remember, including those 2 World Series appearances. Stays 2-2.
I remember last year getting to see Ron Washington, and Eric Young was the first base coach for Atlanta last year. He's one of the coaches now with the Angels, and awesome seeing him back in Texas, too. See those championships from Ron in 10 and 11.
Check in on Rengifo. He does have 10 stolen bases. He's been caught once. So Lorenzen paying particular attention to him. Yeah, they've been running these Angels. There he goes. 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss for the strikeout. The throw to second, a beauty, and they got him. The strike him out, throw him out, double play. And Heim had him beaten by a mile.
Great job all around by Lorenzen, throwing a great pitch. Great job giving Heim the ability. See the quick leg lift. He gets the leg up, but it's quick and gives Heim plenty of time to throw him out. And you see the encouragement from Lorenzen after Heim gets the strike him out, throw him out, double play, and nice easy tag there from Corey Seager.
Now Taylor Ward, and he takes strike one. Ward, the designated hitter today, 275 average, 10 homers. Homered yesterday. He's homered in 3 straight now. So a hot bat for these Angels. And he takes on the inside corner, 0-2. Lorenzen, 32 years old. Pitched with the Angels a couple of years ago. And buries that one, 1-2 the count. His 7th start of the year. Boy, has Lorenzen been a huge lift for this Rangers team too. A late add at the end of spring training. And he's become a critical member of the rotation. The 1-2. And that one is lined just over second. A base hit for Ward. Angels have their first hit of the game. So we'll bring up Willie Calhoun. Now let's take a look at the Angels batting order today. Rengifo, Tucker, and Ward we just saw. Calhoun is having a nice series. He's at first base batting cleanup. Then it's Adele and Matt Tice doing the catching. It's Neto, Moniak, and Kyron Paris, the second baseman, batting ninth. Calhoun now 29 years old. And he had a 4-hit game here on Friday night. He did go hitless yesterday. He's off to a great start. And he takes low, 1-1.
It'll be interesting today to see Willie play first base. It's, you know, we knew him as an outfielder. He was a second baseman in the minor league system with the Dodgers.
Chops this one foul. Strike 2. Yeah, came up with the Dodgers, a 4th-round draft pick with LA. Rangers got him in that trade for Yu Darvish. And they gave him a good bit of runway, I thought. Had a chance with the Rangers, parts of 6 years.
What really hurt him was when he got hit by the pitch in spring training.
Stays a ball and 2 strikes on Calhoun.
If people don't remember that, it was very unfortunate. His lefty on lefty situation. He got hit in the face, and where that protector was, I don't think he was wearing a protection, and he has ever since.
Ward with a modest lead at first. And Lorenzen really holding him now. Time called by Calhoun. Ooh. So, Mike, here we go. As a pitcher, how annoying is that?
It's annoying, but the good thing is Lorenzen didn't start his arm motion, because they usually say if you start your arm motion, go ahead and throw the ball. You don't have to throw it where you're going to, but don't stop your arm.
Quick toss over there on Ward.
You just feel like that could hurt you way more, trying to stop your arm from going fast. A complete stop in the mid motion of it. Just go ahead and release the ball so you don't accidentally hurt yourself.
On the 1-2, and that one moves off the plate. Boy, change up there, and that showed some pretty wild run at the end.
Yeah, if that ball would have started middle, maybe Calhoun chases that one, but it started on that outside corner and then ran way off the plate. But good movement. You take that as a pitcher, you go, okay, I know I have the movement on it, just need the location.
2-2 is lifted out to right field. And coming in to make the catch, Jankowski, the inning is done. All right, scoreless top of the first. Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Nathaniel Lowe will be coming up for the Rangers when we return.
Prescription eyewear can be really expensive, but here's the secret. Glasses don't actually cost that much to make. Surprise! Especially when you design your own eyewear and then sell it directly to your customers. Like we do. Oh, hi, we're Warby Parker. Our glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. And the best part? You can try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
There's an easier way. From fixing your cabinets to cleaning your countertops, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
I was paying for my ex's wine club membership for months before I caught it. After we broke up, I forgot all about it, but my credit card did not. That's why I downloaded Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place, and any you don't want, you cancel right in the app. Raise a glass to smarter spending and download Rocket Money today.
Scoreless top of the first inning for the Angels. Now the Rangers get their shot this afternoon. Let's take a look at our Rally House Rangers batting order. It'll be Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, and Nathaniel Lowe to start today. Josh Smith moves up into the cleanup spot. Jonah Heim catches Evan Carter in left field. It's Jankowski right, Grossman DHing, Tavares in center field will bat ninth. No Adolis Garcia in the lineup today. And Soriano, the flame-throwing right-hander, rushes a fastball past Marcus Semien, strike one.
Yeah, he can get to the triple digits. The first one was 96, but he's averaging 98, 99 miles an hour on this fastballs.
Moves it up to 97 with that one, 0-2.
And this has to be some pretty good sink here as you see those balls getting below the zone, and Semien has attacked both of them and been over the top of them.
0-2 pitch, and swings right through that fastball, gets up to 98. So with each pitch, just a little harder.
We look at the Nissan starting pitcher here, Jose Soriano. 9 games, good numbers. The walks are a little bit high for 38 2/3, 20 walks, 216 batting average against. And we see the arsenal, and we see the knuckle curve 33% of the time. Now look at these locations. A lot of those are middle. You're not going to see a lot of guys have those locations and have good numbers, but when you're throwing close to 100 and we're seeing the sink here, it's pretty good.
Good hard out into left, but tracked down out there by Tucker, 1 away, or rather 2 away.
Is that 4 pitches, 4 swings? Am I right?
Yeah, well, did Marcus take the first one, or did he swing it all over? He might have swung it.
I know he swung at the last 2. So.
Yeah.
We see here the highest average fastball in the American League from starting pitchers. And that's tops at 98.4.
99, and that one is right on the inside corner. And so a 4-pitch start for those 2 outs, and Lowe doing the right thing there, just taking a strike. Fouls that one away.
Well, I know we were happy to see a right-handed starting pitcher, us. I don't know how happy the Rangers are about it, but then you get a right-handed starting pitcher who's throwing 100 miles an hour, which it looks like some pretty nasty sink. We'll see, you know, what his off-speed pitches look like here, but so far fastball looks really good.
Yep, and puts that slider right in there for strike 3 called. A 7-pitch first inning, and Jose Soriano as good as advertised. Scoreless first inning. We're off to the second.
We have food at home. Now means something deliciously easy with Home Chef. With our quick, energizing breakfast options to enjoy on the go, tasty lunches ready in minutes to help you power through the day, and easy prep, no mess dinners for busy weeknights. Your favorite place to grab a bite is right at home. Get breakfast, lunch, and dinner delivered to your door by Home Chef. And don't forget dessert. Order now and get 18 free meals and free shipping, plus free dessert for life.
Everything you've seen me do was made possible by what you don't see. Because when you're not looking, I go to work. Strength isn't a given. It's grown. It's earned and tested. We all have the strength to see what's possible. It's up to us to unlock it. Tonal, be your strongest.
If lawn care were easy, everyone would do it, as well as True Green does it. In just 3 easy steps, True Green's online tools help customize a treatment plan for you. Our science-driven expertise ensures your custom, nutrient-rich treatment works to deliver a greener, healthier lawn. And it's all backed by the True Green Guarantee. Our experts will make sure you're happy with your lawn. Guaranteed. It's time to trust your experts at True Green. Go online to get 50% off your first application.
Top 2, no score here in the finale of a 3-game series between the Rangers and the Angels. And Dave alluded to it just a moment ago. No Adolis Garcia in the lineup this afternoon, and for good reason, because of that collision that he and Marcus Semien got into last night late in the ball game, hitting pretty hard and a little bit scary. Wondered how everyone would respond. It seemed like Adolis was good to start, but then complained about some soreness in that right forearm, and so to be precautionary, they decided to keep him out of the lineup. He'll get an MRI today, hoping that the day off will do him some good and everything will be fine, but we'll wait to get the results of that MRI and see what Adolis' status is.
Well, hopefully everything will be okay with Adolis, and I'll tell you what, Marcus Semien's dad, I don't think was ever tackled that hard at California, University of Cal there. That was a tough one right there. That was, honestly, with Marcus, when you watch the replay, Marcus looks like he takes the worst of it. But luckily, he's okay.
Lorenzen off the plate here to go 2-2 to Joe Adell. Yeah, that was a weird collision. And we've, by the way, I feel like we've seen one a game for about a week now in the outfield. That's been an ongoing issue for not just the Rangers, for other teams. 2-2. Ooh. Adell held off, and it's a full count.
You see the collision one more time here. You see Garcia takes it pretty good too. I don't want to rule that out, but when you see Semien land on his left shoulder that way, that's the scary part.
Adell strikes out swinging. 1 away in the 2nd inning.
Adell has been hot lately, and you see the 2-seam fastball, and that has a lot of great run and a little bit of sink there at the end to get underneath Adell's hands for the 2nd strikeout for Lorenzen today.
Well, there's a swing and a miss for strike 1 on the Angels' backup catcher. Matt Thaiss. He takes low, and that is 1-1. Thaiss at 226 for the year. And Lorenzen, his fastball 94, right in there. There was a time where if you threw 94.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, you were a big-time power arm.
Well above average, and now it's a little above average, maybe right at that average mark, 93, 94 probably for a right-handed starting pitcher. But what Lorenzen's doing another great job again is just changing speeds, changing locations. You see there, he gives the best fastball right there, 4-seam above the zone. That's a great miss. That's where he wanted to throw that pitch. They could set up his changeup, set up slider, or he might want to go up top again with the fastball.
2-2, and he's off the plate with a changeup. Full count on Thaiss, one of 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup. A couple of switchies in there as well. And he'll go after this one and lift it down the left side, heading foul. Carter runs out of room. Another AT&T Fiber fast pitch. Looking at Lorenzen and the numbers that he's been able to amass with that 4-seam fastball. How about a 111 batting average against?
That is awesome and great. And you see right there, he's messing with his glove. He's actually sending a pitch to Jonah Heim. He knows what he wants here on the full count.
And this one's flared out towards short, and the taller Corey Seager able to reach over Smith to make the catch. second out of the inning.
Seager gets the rebound right there. Power forward versus a guard, it looks like here. And you see this ball cutting in on the hands of Theis. He can't get the barrel to it. Great pitch right here. And then we just want to make sure we have good communication. Let's not keep running into each other.
Might have been an over the back. Missed on that one there. Zach Neto now, the Angels shortstop. 253 start for Neto. And he pops this one up near second. Semien gets to it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Lorenzen. Nicely done. We played an inning and a half so far this afternoon. No score.
The 2023 National League Most Valuable Player, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna is the real deal.
He's incredible. When you talk to players, they're in awe of things Acuna is accomplishing.
This kid can do it all.
He did it! A 40-70 season! Let it fly, Ronald.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Within baseball, we are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
As we focus on mental health and wellness. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
So let's be kind to each other and ourselves.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
Time now for the Home Depot's getting it done, and we see Josh Smith's averages this season. Bases empty, 185. But look at the runners on and runners in scoring position, both over 400. Just a tremendous job this year for Josh Smith, having to take that everyday position at third base with the Josh Young injury.
Well, he'll lead things off in the second inning. 277 average now for the year. And the hard throwing Soriano is up and out. Ball one. Now we got a little update on Young this weekend, Em.
Yeah, I just talked to him this morning, actually asked him, how things were progressing. Still continuing to do fielding work, taking ground balls, not yet able to swing. And the key to that is that bone starting to grow around the screws that were put in his wrist. And so once that starts to happen, it's going to come back stronger than ever, but they don't want him, doing the swing motions and risking the, a setback. And so they're waiting until that starts to happen a little bit further so he can, start swinging, taking, BP, different things like that, so he can start to work his way back. But definitely a frustrating process for Josh, just doing what he can day in and day out.
Ugh.
You see Josh Smith there. He gets the back foot slider and literally gets the back foot slider as the slider hit him in the back of the foot here. And he takes a hack at it, doesn't get to it. And he is laughing afterwards. I know that doesn't feel good right there, but smile afterwards.
There's a 1-2 pitch. It's up and out.
So now we know that Josh Smith, most likely for the rest of May, as long as he stays healthy, and the month of June, is going to be your everyday third baseman.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking July 1st is that target time for Young, the 2-2 pitch, and that's a little roller first base side. Calhoun feeds Soriano, and Smith retired to start the second inning. It's time for Baylor, Scott, and Whitehall.
Your power is unstoppable. And with us cheering you on, there's no limit to where it can take you.
All right, one out. Here's Jonah Heim, batting fifth today, doing the catching. Rangers loaded the lineup up with left-handed hitters today. He'll take 99 in a little tight. The only right-handed batter in the lineup today for the Rangers, Marcus Semien. Now, part of that is no Adolis Garcia, as Emily reported earlier, getting the day off today. A day off tomorrow as well for the team. And there's a strike as the count goes 1-1 on Heim. There's Doley. Tough collision yesterday in right field. Soriano's 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled away. Soriano does that weird little dip maneuver.
Yeah, almost like he's activating his legs. Like he's in a relaxed position, and then as soon as he is ready to go, it's like legs activate with the bend right there.
Outside, 2-2.
Here's the delivery here as you see the dip into the legs, bend the knees.
It's the dip and that little stutter step with the left foot that I find disconcerting. That is just off the plate, full count, because it feels like he's coming at me. Right? It feels like watching it every time he does that little move and flinches with that left foot. I think, oh, pitch is coming.
Yeah, but it's just the start of him taking kind of the side step, which that's become normal for pitchers now, is the side step. It used to be you would think about guys, let's say in the windup. This is considered in the windup. You would be more chest facing the catcher, and then you take a back step somewhat. Now you see a lot of guys in a stretch position here, but it's still a windup because he does take the extra step to then load his legs there.
This ball hit hard out to center field. Moniak back a few steps. It makes a catch. 2 gone. All right, so, but, you know, I know what you're talking about, that side step, but it looks like he goes down toward the plate with this. I guess it's so small.
Yeah, and what he's doing there too is, just as a pitching guy, is he's wanting to make sure the shoulders stay over the toes. A lot of times when you get into something where you're bad balance points, at times your shoulders can get over your heels, which then puts you in a bad position to throw the ball with the velocity you want to throw with and the location you want to throw with.
Chopper over to first, and Carter hustling down the line made that a close play. But the inning is done. Another 1-2-3 for Soriano. Still no score.
On MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone!
See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge.
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
Rangers baseball is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts and Baylor Scott & White Health, the power to live better. Scoreless beginning here tonight, or this afternoon. Lorenzen's first pitch is that breaking ball that fouled away by Moniak. Lorenzen gave up a hit and a walk in the first inning. But a strike him out, throw him out double play, removed the walk. He's faced one over the minimum. Foul just off the end of the bat into Jonah Heim, 0-2.
this is early, and maybe I'm jinxing this game.
Atta babe.
But both pitchers look great so far through 2 innings. This looks like one of those games that a run or two could decide it. Now, all it takes is a pitcher getting out of rhythm for that to change. But right now, both guys, Lorenzen and Soriano, just look like they're on top of their game today.
On the 1-2 to Moniak, and he fouls that down the left side. Well, I guess in the case of Lorenzen, we've seen a lot of that last outing. 7 shutout innings against Cleveland. Looked really good. 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out Moniak, his 3rd strikeout today.
Great job from Lorenzen here, going right above the zone with the 94-mile-an-hour fastball, getting close to that letter high area. And he's executing sequence after sequence in different locations with different speeds. This is fun to watch again from Michael Lorenzen.
Paris showing bunt.
That wasn't the easiest thing to do yesterday in the Angels-Rangers game. You could show it, but executing the bunt was the tough part.
We don't see a lot of anybody executing bunts these days. That's a strike, 1-1. A lost art. We talk about it all the time. Or maybe we don't talk about it enough. It's just not a real utilized part of the game anymore. There's a roller second base, and Simeon throws out Paris. 2 away.
And yet we see how important it can be to winning close games. And we also see how important it can be. We just watched the Rangers win the World Series. We can see how that can be a valuable tool against the best teams in baseball, because the best teams in baseball usually have really good pitching staffs. They're tougher to just hit doubles and homers off of. And that squaring around a bunt can really help a team win a close game.
Rengifo takes inside. You asked me a question before the game today. I thought it was a great question. Do you think it's easier for the modern day major league hitter to hit a home run than it is to lay down a successful bunt? And the answer to that question, of course, is that you see how many home runs a year in Major League Baseball versus how many bunts.
Right.
Now, guys don't attempt bunts that often, but I kind of think that your question certainly implies an interesting concept.
Well, you would say it's a very low percentage to hit a home run. Even the best home run hitters in baseball, you say, well, you get 600 at bats and you hit 60 home runs. I'm just making simple math here. Well, that's 10% of the time you're going to hit a home run in an at bat. That's a very low percentage, but is it less than 10% if you make some of these guys square around to bunt? Could they execute out of 600 times? Could they get a successful bunt down 60 times or more than that? I don't know now.
There's strike 3 called on Rengifo. He won't answer our question. Another 1, 2, 3 for Lorenzen. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score.
John Radigan hanging out here in the Rooms to Go Lounge, and lucky enough to be with Aaron Hardigan, reminding you we'll get back to baseball in just a moment.
Well, I'm lucky enough to get to deliver some exciting news via the Texas Rangers Youth Academy, John. They've established their first ever scout team, which will compete in the 5-tool Texas baseball tournament circuit throughout the summer, allowing these high-level athletes to compete against some of Texas's top club teams, which is exciting.
And it's a great opportunity for the kids from the youth academies because there will be college and pro scouts there. The future is bright.
The National League Rookie of the Year is Corbin Carroll.
This dude is an absolute beast.
He's got every tool. He's got the power tool.
Carroll has hit another one.
Runs like the wind.
There goes Corbin. Go, Corbin, go.
He plays D.
Oh, he's got his signature play, that sliding grab.
Pound for pound, maybe the strongest player in the league. It's been an incredible ride.
Next on MLB.
Rangers baseball is brought to you by your local DFW Kubota dealers. Together, we do more. Now, those Rangers Sunday Blues. Such a great look. Well, the Rangers right now, of course, no score in this one. Hoping those Blues can turn into some hits. Bottom third of the order coming here. So far, Soriano has looked really good. 6 up, 6 down. And he fires a fastball right in there for a strike to Travis Jankowski. Jankowski, Robbie Grossman, and Leody Taveras in the 3rd inning. This one bounced down the first baseline. Calhoun is there, though. Goes to the bag himself, 1 away. We'll put ourselves in a much smaller box here for Choctaw Casinos and Resorts.
Fun, games, relaxation, or excitement. We've got all your bases covered at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts.
And now back to the big box. Here's Grossman, switch hitting DH, 198 average for Robbie. And that includes his time with the Chicago White Sox this year, with whom he began the season. Rangers got him in a trade a little over a week ago now. He takes outside. 2-0.
Well, this is the first favorable count any Texas Ranger has had at the plate. So let's see if Grossman can zone in on a location that he wants and get it.
I think it's a good fastball there for a strike. 99 right on the edge. Good luck.
Good take.
Yeah.
2-0. No reason to swing at that pitch.
And the pitch. That's in the air. Left field. Tucker toward the line. And he's got it. 2 away. It'll bring up Leody Taveras.
Well, so far I am definitely not jinxing either pitcher by saying it looks like they're on top of their game, because Lorenzen had a really nice 3rd inning, and first 2 hitters of this 3rd inning have gone down pretty easily, and you have to worry a little bit for the Rangers. Only 26 pitches and 8 outs right now.
So to that end, don't give up yet, Mike. Keep working on that jinx. There's a curveball in there for a strike.
Well, I wanted to kind of look at Soriano. I know that they've kind of restricted his pitch count a little bit this year. He hasn't gone really high in pitch counts, but right here he's definitely on pace to throw a complete game, unless the Rangers can start getting a little bit deeper in counts.
Hard ground ball, second base. That won't get it done. Paris throws out Taveras. It's an 8-pitch 3rd inning. They're still scoreless.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You got to go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
Well, I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words. Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, guys, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly! Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez! What a life!
This is the man right here.
I feel like we're a pretty good spot to compete.
Another historic chapter!
Beth here asked Evan Carter if he resembled anyone famous. His immediate response, rooster. Did you guys hear that? Rooster from Top Gun Maverick. Rooster.
Exactly, rooster.
We are on a rooster run right now. That's amazing. 2 rooster references.
Well,
I think of the same series, right?
Think of this.
Absolutely.
Everybody that you're asking this, how many of them have seen the original Top Gun?
I know Nathaniel Lowe has.
Yeah, this one out into left field, but foul.
Evan Carter, 21 years old. What's the percentage he watched the first Top Gun?
I feel like that's one of those like old throwbacks that especially dudes are like, oh man, you got to watch this.
I will say I say no.
Okay,
I'm betting he hasn't seen it. No, I don't.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, yeah,
I'll find out.
Tucker again in the air to short left field. Carter coming in. He who's never seen the original Top Gun. Makes the catch.
But he has a cool green military appreciation glove. I thought I saw from Evan Carter. Look at that glove.
Oh, that is cool.
I wonder, you have to break in a glove before you use it. So he's been breaking in that glove for this weekend?
I suppose you got to, right?
Yeah. He's probably really glad he got healthy. That would have been working on a glove for nothing.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
1 strike on Ward, who bounces it third base. And Josh Smith with a side saddle that one and throw him out. 2 gone. So here we are, second time through the order for the Angels, and Lorenzen's looking pretty good now. He's retired 9 in a row. And faces Willie Calhoun. Calhoun, as we mentioned earlier, getting the start at first base. It's the first time in his big league career he's appeared at first base. And he takes low for a ball. So far, so good for him. 0 for 1 this afternoon. He lined out to right field. And that is inside. 2-0. I was talking to Willie the other day, I guess on Friday before the game. And among the things we discussed was Tony Beasley, who sang the national anthem yesterday before the game. Always does a great job. Calhoun takes low. And, B's one of those guys, everybody loves Tony. Anybody who's ever met him feels like they have an immediate best friend. And he never forgets you. He takes care of everybody. He and Willie Calhoun talk on the phone every single day.
Every day?
Every day.
Since what? Since Willie was a Ranger?
Yeah. Yeah. He said, and he was very clear about it. He's like, when I say that he's been like a father figure to me, I'm telling you, like a father figure to me. He is so important in my life. As this one's popped up foul. Smith, great effort, but just short of making that play.
That would have been the play of the year for the Rangers so far if he was able to get to that ball. You couldn't have done anything more. Look, he's playing a shortstop position here. Takes off, he takes a peek at where he's at, knows where he's at, and gives it a great effort. Let's see how far away.
I mean, that is
not
close.
Too far. Not too far away.
Wow. 3-2, and Calhoun sends it up the middle, and it's Seager to his left. He'll throw him out, and that completes another 1-2-3 inning. This one for Lorenzen. He only needed 11 pitches. So Michael pitching very well this afternoon. We still have no score.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words. Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly! Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez! What a life!
This is the man right here.
I feel like we were a pretty good spot to compete.
Another historic chapter!
Let's look at our Ford leaderboard, and we look at runs scored since 2022 in the American League. And Marcus Semien and Adolis Garcia in the top 4. Semien 1, Adolis Garcia 3, and those are 4 big-time names right there.
Now we'll go after the first pitch in his 4th inning and fouled it away. And you were right, by the way, back in the 1st inning, Soriano, the first 4 pitches that he delivered were all swung at by Marcus and by Seager, and that is just foul. Only barely.
Yeah.
0-2.
Obviously, we'll get a look here, see how close this was. Whew, really close, but I think that is the right call. It's close.
Yeah.
Matters after it obviously hops before the base, where it goes over the base.
So no balls and 2 strikes. Soriano with a couple of strikeouts. Those back in the 1st inning. And his 0-2. This one is fouled over to the right side.
Right there. That's the value of throwing 98-mile-an-hour sinkers. Is that was not a good slider, but he was able to get away with it, because when you are throwing great locations and very hard sinkers, you can sometimes get away with a breaking ball that doesn't break.
1-2. Now Soriano, an interesting one to watch. Here's a guy who was never really a super high prospect. That's low. 2-2.
How are you not a super high prospect? You brought it up with 94 at Lorenzen, that's about average now, maybe a hair above. But if a guy's throwing 100 miles an hour with a sinker, how are you not a big time prospect?
You got me. 2-2, and that's pulled foul. He was signed out of the Dominican. He's a young kid. He grew several inches after he was signed. That certainly happens when you're talking about 16-year-old kids. Angels, you know, 14th best in their organization according to Baseball America a few years ago. Got up to 10th best. There's a swing and a miss. He strikes out Semien for a 2nd time today. 1 away. How about our Spectrum exit velocity with Seager coming up? This was his home run against the Guardians Tuesday, and that thing was rocketed out of here over 109 miles per hour. It was really low. I think the apex of that flight was like 40 some odd feet. And this one will be a much higher blast. Deep out to right. Adele going back. He's at the wall. Gone! 6th home run of the year for Corey Seager. And the Rangers strike first this afternoon.
Corey Seager was first pitch swinging again. He gets the knuckle curve right here, and this ball goes into an area that Corey Seager can hit very well. That down and in area, high enough and hard enough.
Yeah, had a real good feeling off the bat. Is now a fastball is on the inside corner for a strike. But Adele made me think there at the end.
He gave an effort. I've never seen a human being jump that high to catch a ball, but he gave it a good effort.
Well, there's a line from an old Major League movie, Major League 2. 0-2 pitch. Unless he's got a rocket launcher somewhere. I can't remember the exact anatomy, but you're not getting that one.
Oh, and then there was a great catch from a Ranger fan, and he's calling up family and friends now to tell him about it.
0-2 to low, and he taps this one first base side, and what a snare by Soriano. He gloved it and gets low himself. We're out number 2.
Well, this is not an easy play for a pitcher. Dead sprint. You don't make any call of I got it there. He takes a swipe at it, and if he doesn't get it, I think Lowe might be able to get a base hit there, but that was a really nice play and not easy as you're running like that to have the flexibility to go down and get that ball and stay on your feet.
So now huffing and puffing, and his first pitch, that one wrapped into right field by Smith. And the Rangers have a base runner now. So we'll get to see what Soriano looks like out of the stretch.
Josh Smith here gets a pitch that ends up being on the inside part of the plate, gets that barrel to it. Keeps the inning alive here. 2 outs for Jonah Heim.
So Smith has his lead. And Soriano's first offering, that's low, ball 1. First time we've seen him from the stretch today.
Obviously, he cannot do the knee bend kind of leg activation motion here.
Just missed.
But he is quick to the plate. You see here he has that back leg loaded. Gets the leg up, but very quick motion. A lot of people say slide step, slide step. You don't have to slide step to be quick to home. It can help at times, but you just have to have a quick leg lift.
Grounders second base. And Paris takes care of Heim. The inning is done. But the Rangers get that first run of the ball game today. Corey Seager, he goes way up in the air for this one. A solo shot, 1-0.
National League Rookie of the Year is Corbin Carroll.
This dude is an absolute beast.
He's got every tool. He's got the power tool.
Carroll has hit another one.
Runs like the wind.
There goes Corbin. Go, Corbin, go.
He plays D.
Oh, and he's got it. His signature play, that sliding grab.
Pound for pound, maybe the strongest player in the league. It's been an incredible ride.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
That is our 5th inning presented by Audi. Boy, fans having a 5th gear. Walking around the concourse this afternoon. We are in a 1-0 game. Rangers on top. Joe Adell the batter. And he takes strike 1 from Lorenzen. That'll be Adell, Theis, and Zach Neto for the Angels. Lorenzen bounces it up there.
I know that first pitch, that sweeper there for a strike. I know Lorenzen looks a little bit frustrated with the fastball location right there, but he's done such a great job, especially with his breaking balls on first pitch strikes today.
2-1 to Adell. Well, we have seen Joe Adell since the 2020 season when he came up as a really young rookie, 21 years old. And that is off the plate, ball 3. And, you know, for a couple years, it wasn't clear that he was getting any better or that it was going to fall together for him. He's a first-round pick back in 2017 out of Louisville, Kentucky. Went to Ballard High School. But he struggled in that rookie season, and he was not real good in subsequent years. But, man, he looks different this year. Swing of the bat, playing defense. Pops this one back behind the plate foul. Full count.
So I can remember in 2021, I believe Adele is up, and usually when we do Rangers Live, the pre and post game show, it's in left field. He was the first player ever to hit it over us, just to show his pure power at such a young age. And there's been a few other guys that have been able to do it since, but he was the first ever player to hit a ball that far during batting practice. And so you knew there was a lot of talent there. Yesterday, his home run.
Yeah.
Just a nice, easy swing, and he goes into the opposite field gap for a home run. So he might not look as imposing as an Aaron Judge type of guy, but he has a lot of power.
Lorenzen's 3-2 pitch, and he fouls that away. Yeah, and he's kind of the opposite end of the spectrum from Jose Soriano, their starting pitcher, who just never really grabbed the attention of evaluators when it comes to those prospect lists, but is obviously incredibly talented. Adele has always been lauded as the next great one, and he rips this into left field. That one off the bat 116 miles per hour, and he has a base hit.
Yeah, that was a very good at bat. That's a good challenge from Lorenzen here. You see the two-seam fastball. It doesn't run in underneath the hands like he got Adele to swing and miss last time. This one stays out over the plate, and Adele does a good job of getting a pitch that he can handle and getting a base hit on it.
He's on now 8 stolen bases this year. He's been caught 5 times, though. Yeah, that's cued off the end of the bat. Foul, turns fair. Picked up by Smith, throws to first in time to get Theis. Well, that's why you stay with it every time. That ball was wiggling its way down the third baseline.
Yeah, this one is right off of the end of the bat, and you can see Theis there sees it foul too, and doesn't take out of the box. I don't know if it would have mattered, but we see Josh Smith. He doesn't give up on it just because that ball, that's a pull cue trick shot right there. And Josh Smith keeps charging it even though he sees it off the bat as foul too. Good job by Josh not to give up on the ball just because it was hit foul immediately.
Minnesota Fats would be jealous of that one. There's Zach Neto, and he takes strike 1.
That was a good pull from you, because I'm going to be honest, I don't know a pull player's name.
Well, what about the Black Widow?
I did see the documentary on her.
Okay. 1 strike pitch, and that's outside. It seemed like it was on a little bit more when I was a kid. Maybe occasionally you'd have some competitive pool on television.
Yeah.
One. Just missed. 2-1. So Adele out there at second base with 1 out. Rangers have the 1-0 lead. Neto popped out in the second inning, 0 for 1. Fouls that away. All right, Chalk Talk Casinos and Resorts, game within the game. Let's talk runners in scoring position, shall we? The Angels 5 for 37 in the series. They are not good in general for the season, 6th lowest in baseball. With the Rangers, it has been a big part of their success. .299 batting average this year with runners in scoring position, though recently they have not been as good.
Yeah, those are surprising numbers if you're a Rangers fan, just because your recent memory is like, gosh, the Rangers have left a lot of guys on base. Just think of over the last 2 weeks, I feel like we've seen a lot of bases loaded situations for the Rangers where they just haven't been able to drive the guys in. But if you look at overall season numbers, the Rangers, you can't do any better than leading the major leagues. But recently, the Rangers have struggled, and hopefully the Angels here in the 5th can keep struggling.
A check of Adele, the 3-2 pitch. That's outside, ball 4. So Neto draws the second walk of the game for the Angels today. And so a couple of men on now for the last 2 batters in the lineup.
Let's look at in into the Rangers dugout to see after that miss if Maddox, who obviously the Rangers haven't used a mound visit, you get 4 a game, if possibly he wanted to go out there and just settle him down and make sure you get this pitch selection, location back to where you need it to get out of this inning, because you took a lead here, 1-0. You want to keep it. There we go. There's, felt like right here is a good break right here. First, you mentally get Michael where you want him to be, and then second, you get thinking about how we're going to execute what pitch, what you feel comfortable with right now. This feels like still, I know the Rangers took the lead and got a couple hits last inning, but this feels like one of those games where it's going to be a low-scoring game. Now, Rangers used a lot of guys in the bullpen yesterday. Angels used their bullpen yesterday. The Angels have not been a good bullpen staff so far this year, so you'd say advantage a little bit towards the Rangers once you get into both teams' bullpens.
All right, conversation done. 1-0 to Moniak. And Lorenzen goes after him. A little pop-up near shortstop. Handled by Seager. 2 gone. Well, yesterday, the Angels went 0 for 18 with runners in scoring position. That's a big number. And in the last 50 years in their franchise's history, that was as bad as they have seen. 0 for 18. And now 0 for 1 today. Here's Paris, and he bounces it back to the mound. You can make it 0 for 2. Inning is done. Angels got a couple of men on, but can't move them in, and Lorenzen has 5 shutout innings.
It takes about 200 steps to make a pair of Tecovas boots. But the steps that matter most are the ones you'll take in yours. With comfort for long days and style for big nights. Any place worth going to is worth going in good boots. So no matter where you're headed, don't go gently. Find your pair at tecovas.com.
The salty air, the golden light. Reflections of who you were, who you are, and who you're becoming. Luxury meets performance. Peter Malone.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want, with all the entertainment you love, for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Look at all the people having fun here today. You know how they got in? The MLB Ballpark app. Great way to complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. You buy and manage your game tickets there, redeem offers, check out the exclusive content and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 Rangers. And Soriano goes with a splitter for ball 1 to Evan Carter.
As we were showing the crowd, 3 great crowds for this series, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you're a Ranger fan and you're thinking about coming out for a weekend, get on that Ballpark app, because it seems like every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this year, it's a sellout or close to a sellout.
Huge crowds, people having fun. I'll tell you what, a lot of them, they were great yesterday, sticking around for all 13 innings. 1-1, and that's in the air left field. Tucker, kind of an odd read on it, but makes the play. That's the first out of the inning. Here comes Travis Jankowski. Travis grounded out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Travis has been playing a little more regularly lately, which has helped. That number you see down there.
308 average in the last 5 games, and I don't mind this decision here. If you wanted to push a bunt or bring it with you here, Willie Calhoun, you said, is its first game ever at first base. I'm sure he would not be very comfortable if a bunt was to his side of the field, whether to go after it or just cover the base. Now, if it's a mistake bunt where you bunt it back to the pitcher, very hard to Willie, he'd probably have a really easy decision. But that bunt where it makes it tough for him to either cover the base or go after the ball would be probably a very difficult decision for him.
A little bouncer off the end of the bat toward third. Ranhifo covers it up. Goes out Jankowski. 2 gone. For Robbie Grossman bats, let's hear from Rally House.
Play ball, Texas. Shop the latest in Rangers style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
All right, Robbie 0 for 1. And Soriano misses with that fastball, so he's at 50 pitches now. That's kind of amazing. In the 5th inning.
Yeah, 36 strikes out of those 50 pitches too. I was looking at his game log. The longest game he's gone this year is 6 innings. But he's well on his way to hopefully only throw 8. I'll give him a complete game. 8 innings here. It means we win. He wouldn't have to pitch the 9th because we'd be winning.
Like the way you think. 2-1 now to Grossman. He gave up the home run to Seager. It was last inning, and that's the only offense in the game, really, for either team. The Rangers have only had 2 runners the entire day against Soriano. Seager on the homer. Smith had a single later in the inning.
Yeah, he induces a lot of ground balls, Soriano, and he's doing it again today, too.
There's another ground ball. This one to Ranhifo, perfectly positioned, throws out Grossman. And yeah, that inning, 11 pitches needed for Soriano. So he cruises, so do we, to the 6th inning, 1-0.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What HIMS does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
We have food at home. Now means something deliciously easy with Home Chef. With our quick, energizing breakfast options to enjoy on the go, tasty lunches ready in minutes to help you power through the day, and easy prep, no mess dinners for busy weeknights. Your favorite place to grab a bite is right at home. Get breakfast, lunch, and dinner delivered to your door by Home Chef. And don't forget dessert. Order now and get 18 free meals and free shipping, plus free dessert for life.
Ooh, that's a lovely view.
What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
Finished my chores. Ready for my allowance.
Greenlight is way better than how I got paid for chores.
Mowing all those lawns really paid off.
That was not radical.
Bring your family into the financial future.
Let's look at our Blue Cross Blue Shield legends of the game. It's Vladimir Guerrero, Vladdy Daddy. There with the Rangers in 2010.
Little roller. One away.
Here we get a better look at it. It's 04 through 09 with the Angels, and man, could he hit against the Rangers those 4 or 5 years. And Baseball Hall of Fame in 2018. I got to play against him when he was with the Montreal Expos.
Whoa.
I thought he was
old.
I'm like, man, I know at the time it was Barry Bonds in the National League, but I always thought, man, this guy, to me, was, this is tough because you look at the stats and he wasn't, but to me, pitching against him, I thought he's as good as Barry Bonds. Like, I was as fearful of him as I was of Barry.
I think it's kind of fair. I mean, he didn't put up the same length of career as Bonds and didn't reach the same peaks, but still, when he was great for his years, you're right. He was as tough out as there was.
And I also know with the Rangers, obviously he was a designated hitter. He did have to play right field in the World Series, but when he was in his prime in right field, good right fielder and incredible arm.
You know, Barry Bonds was a really good defensive outfielder. Certainly could have even been better over the course of his career. When he was young, like with the Pirates, he was amazing. But I think when you talk whole package at that time, you're right about Guerrero. There's a great pick at second by Semien, and he gets Cole Tucker 2 away.
Man, does Marcus Semien make this game look easy at times? This ball is hit hard right here. One hopper. Semien, great footwork, great hands here. Looks that ball into the glove, makes the spin and the easy throw.
Taylor Ward now, and he swings and misses at strike one. Well, Lorenzen's got it going today, trying to make it 6 scoreless. 85 pitches into the afternoon, and that's a good one. 0-2.
It looked like right there Lorenzen called the pitch. I wonder how difficult it is, just because I never had to deal with it. He's putting in the pitch and then coming set and throwing the pitch himself. As you can see, he does have a pitch comm on his glove.
He doesn't do it very often, but every now and then, if Jonah gives him a pitch that he's not loving, and there you go. He's like, no, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. I'm not that good with my remote control at home. Just using my thumb there.
There's strike 3 call. Ward down looking. A 10-pitch 6th inning. Lorenzen seems to get better as the innings go on today.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
Well, I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words. Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly! Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez! What a life! This is the man right here.
I feel like we'll bring his spot to compete.
Another historic chapter.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. It's a good one. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
All All right, 1-0 Rangers with the lead. Hey, looking forward to the Marcus Semien replica World Series ring presented by Globe Life. First 15,000 fans on Tuesday, June 4th. That ball game against the Tigers. They'll get one of these beautiful replica World Series championship rings. They are exquisite. Get your tickets now at Rangers.com. We saw the Seager ring on this homestand, and it was mind-blowing how beautiful that thing was. Taveras leading things off now in the 6th inning, and Soriano inside the curveball.
Well, I'll tell you what was more mind-blowing is when my son let me know how much those rings are getting resold for.
Yeah, hundreds of dollars.
Hundreds of dollars. Looking for that one. If you picked one up, Rangers fans, congratulations.
1-1 on Leote.
And we've said this before, for like the Semien ring coming up, people will ask, well, what time should I get there? You need to be here before the gates open.
Yes, well in advance. Soriano still short of 60 pitches for the day, and Taveras turns that foul. So at the same time, he's gone 5 innings. He has surpassed the total major league innings that he's thrown before. And this is his 8th start. Last year, even with the minor league innings, he's passed the number. There's a bouncer down to first, and Taveras retired. And that is a story for the Angels. We'll be tracking Soriano's pitch count and innings count. How much do they want to push this guy? Obviously, just terrific stuff, but they're not sure just how far they want to push him this year.
Well, this is really special watching him, and that was his 10th ground ball out of the game. And you can see even the foul balls are usually ground balls. His sinker, he does throw a 4-seamer, but obviously it feels like at least today throwing that sinker more than the 4-seamer, and just getting guys to really chop the ball into the ground. Great job by Seager to get one up in the air.
Ooh, this one blasted by first. Calhoun couldn't get it. Semien's got extra bases. Adele just digging that ball out of the corner now, but Marcus stops at second with a double, his 11th double of the season.
Well, Soriano gets another ball on the ground, but Semien hits it hard enough to get it by Willie Calhoun here. We see Willie make a good effort, but ball gets down into the corner, and Marcus Semien has himself a stand-up double, and a big opportunity here for Seager. And I'm sure right there Theis went out to talk to Soriano and give him the game plan that with first base open and 1 out, you do not have to challenge Corey Seager, and they're definitely not going to challenge Corey Seager.
No, they'll go the easiest route possible, the intentional walk. That puts Corey at first base, so 2 men on for Nathaniel Lowe now. Washington looking onto that dugout. Of course, remember last night it was in the 13th inning when he intentionally walked Seager to load the bases. And then Nathaniel Lowe was hit by the pitch on the shin, and that won the game. That pushed across the game-winning run. 3-2 Rangers in 13 innings. And there's a bender in there for a strike to Nathaniel.
Lowe having a good season this year. Is a little bit of a stretch where he hasn't been hitting the ball too hard, but let's see if that can change here.
And they're foul out of play. He had a funny line yesterday after the game when he got the walk-off hit by pitch. I was just kind of in the way. You know, it was perfect. He said he'd been in the way all night, talking about some plays defensively in the first, but in that last moment he was in the way in the most profitable way. 0-2, and that's sent deep out to left field. Tucker though measures it and makes the catch, and the runners will hold.
I thought it was fun watching last night and seeing the Rangers, Josh Smith and Nathaniel Lowe, pumped up with the hit by pitch. I feel, you know, it's weird. You win the game, it's awesome, but also you kind of feel like like Lowe said, I just stood there and the ball hit me.
Literally, it was just in the way.
But it counts as a walk-off RBI.
That's right. And a win. And look, both teams had invested a lot to get to that point. It was a big win to get. And Smith fouls off strike one.
Bochy this morning was saying those are really fun games, and I don't know if I'd be saying that if we would have lost it.
Right.
They're definitely challenging and fun when you're on top at the end.
Smith 1 for 2, and he fouls that one away. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, for Josh Smith, this is where he likes to be. How about a runner in scoring position, a .412 average versus where the base is empty.
Yeah, Soriano's put him in a tough situation here. Obviously 0-2, and it's interesting if you've ever tried to relay location. Theis gave like, I want fastball up with his glove, but then they threw a slider down.
There's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out Smith, and the inning is done. That may well be it for Soriano. I think he's still short of 60 pitches. But he's through 6 innings, and it's 1-0.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Join the conversation with Kevin Millar, along with Sierra Santos and fellow World Series champion Ryan Dempster on the most unpredictable baseball show on TV. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Within baseball, we are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
We are part of one team.
As we focus on mental health and wellness. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
So let's be kind to each other and ourselves.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
It's okay to ask for help.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Rangers baseball on Bally Sports is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts and by your local Nissan dealers. All right, inside Globe Life Field, roof closed today, 74 degrees inside. Rangers with a 1-0 lead. And Jonah Heim having a little trouble with his mask. I think he's got it all squared away now. We're ready to go. It'll be Calhoun, Adell, and Theis for the Angels. Lorenzen has pitched beautifully so far today. 6 shutout innings. He's allowed 2 hits. And Calhoun makes that first one foul.
Well, and you can see there in the bar the first 6 starts of the season, the 10 total runs of support. So Michael Lorenzen is also used to games like this, where it's low scoring from his team and keeping the score down to give his team the chance to win. And so far through 6, he's pitching this team to a win. Sometimes you win 6-4, 6-5 after 5 innings and you get a double. You say, well, I got it. I didn't pitch great. But if you're throwing shutouts deep into games, you're getting those wins yourself.
This one hit hard center field. Tavares on his horse going back. It's over his head and then up off the wall. Calhoun into second base. And he has a leadoff double.
Well, Willie Calhoun hit this ball 106 miles an hour, and you can see this is right at Leote. And he tries to make a play on it over his head, wasn't able to get it. He gets the ball in. We see the leap here and misses it about 6 inches or so. And gets it back in, and that's a big leadoff double for the Angels here, and hopefully the runners in scoring position thing can keep staying alive.
Yeah. How about that for Willie, his 50th career double. So Adele had a base hit his last time up. Oh, that's a little bit close. 1-1. Also struck out. So Lorenzen, this is a great challenge right here. Man in scoring position to start the inning. I have to work around Calhoun. Now Willie's not likely to be moving anytime soon, and he doesn't have the greatest speed on this Angels team. That might end up being helpful. Two-1. That's off the plate. Pitch count starting to climb a little bit on him.
Yeah, he's getting to the point right around that 100 pitch count for most pitchers is where you'll see the bullpen start going, because you're running out of gas. 107 the season high, 95 today, so right around that time where give it your best with whatever you have left.
Full count. All right, so Jonathan Hernandez on the right, Jacob Latz on the left, getting ready. That just started. They should have some options here shortly if they need it. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and that's fouled away again. Adele has been a tough at bat today. Even that base hit he had in the 5th inning, and he really worked the count there, fouled off a number of pitches.
Well, you saw that 93 in on the hands. When he got it in enough, he got a strikeout. When he didn't get it in enough, Adele got a hit to left field.
The payoff, and he loses him, so Adele is on.
That's not the worst thing. I know that you look at it and you say, oh, the go-ahead runs on first base now with nobody out, but Adele earned that walk there, what you're talking about, with the fouling off a good inside fastball, and you do set up the double play with this situation here.
Jonah Heim heads out now. Maybe just buy a little time.
Looked like, did Mike Maddox look like if he was asking if Latz is ready, and if the answer was no, then go send Jonah out there?
There it was.
There it is. Yeah, he wanted to give Latz wasn't ready, so enough time for Latz probably to face Theis here, or possibly a pinch hitter.
Now you got Theis, a right-handed batter, then Moniak, another lefty. So the visit done. Broken up by our plate umpire, Junior Valentine. See that pitch count there, 98 pitches for Lorenzen. 20 of them were gobbled up by Joe Adele.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he was the toughest at bat for him. So 2 men out there. Theis the hitter. He shows bunt, and look out, that one got him.
You sure that's not a foul ball?
Well, we'll see. That came right in at the hands, and Theis moving around as if. Yeah, no, he's saying no, it didn't hit me. Hit the bat. That is a foul ball. And Ron Washington's crew looked at it. Nope, nothing there.
We can see this slider burying in on Theis, and that's going to hit him. And is this going to hit the knob? It's going to hit the knob of the bat. Wow. Wow.
Boy.
Get a break there.
A double knob. That one is down low. 1-1 to Theis.
Well, this is where Michael Lorenzen is such a great athlete. Josh Smith is trying to hold his position here and let Lorenzen take the third base side as Nate Lowe crashes in from the first base side. With Willie Calhoun not a great runner, the throw to third is an option here on a bunt.
Another bunt attempt, and that one, it looked like may have clipped just a little bit of his hand.
Yeah, got his fingers there, I bet. The top hand right there, is that ball is sliding inside right here to Theis, and I'm going to bet it gets the top of his hand here. Yep. That was a 100% miss with the bat.
Sure was. Got straight knuckles. So here comes Ron Washington. Wash has made a little news this last week in discussing his team's ability to bunt, or inability, as the case may be. He really went after Guillorme, who they had just acquired he did not put down a successful bunt the other day. And Wash in the post-game conference just called him out on it. It was like, I didn't do anything wrong. He didn't get the bunt down. You don't see a lot of that frank conversation anymore.
No, and we saw yesterday both teams unsuccessful at times getting the bunt down. Ezekiel Duran was unsuccessful, but then got a big hit over the first baseman's head into right field. And you think Ron Washington asked right there, hey, you want to try to bunt again with 2 strikes? Or
so he might have. Put nothing past him.
I think after the first 2 attempts, he's like, please don't make me try to bunt again.
Definitely doesn't look all that comfortable. The 1-2. And that misses badly.
Seems like Lorenzen right here is trying to muscle the ball a little bit this inning. You can hear him grunting. He wants it bad. He's throwing a great game right here. Just stay within yourself, make a good pitch, and either get the strikeout or a ground ball.
Look back at Calhoun, who wasn't going anywhere, just by himself a little extra moment.
Sometimes you would do that to see if a hitter would still square around with 2 strikes, but we saw a 1-2 pitch where Theis was swinging, so that was not the necessary reason to do that.
There's a swing and a miss, and he gets a big strikeout of Theis.
What a great pitch by Michael Lorenzen in a big situation. What a great job.
Saul Lorenzen took himself to the end of the line here, and a huge strikeout of Theis accents a great afternoon. He will leave 2 on the bases, but with a 1-0 lead.
On MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Judge is in a league of his own.
Aaron Judge is a special talent, man. I look at him like the best hitter in this generation.
And that one is gone! See ya!
You come up here and you want to make a great impression. Hit every single at bat, really help the team.
Amazing performance by Judge.
He is everything that is good about the game of baseball.
A nice job this afternoon, and I'm sure we're over to discuss a few things with him after that one, but Michael should feel really good about it. Leaves with a 1-0 lead, 2 men on base, and Jonathan Hernandez takes over for him.
Yeah, Jonathan Hernandez, after the road trip with a little bit of command issues, has come back here at home against Cleveland and LA yesterday and had a couple good appearances.
Wow, he gets Neto way out in front of that slider. Does have a big fastball, and Neto is clearly geared up for that. 1-strike pitch. That one finds a corner. So back-to-back sliders.
Good job living on the edge right there with the first 2 pitches. It sets up Hernandez for a lot of different ways to attack the rest of this at bat. Big situation here, and the Angels have not been the best at hitting in these situations this year, so make your pitch and get out of the inning.
Here it comes, and that is off the plate, so all sliders to Neto.
Well, he has that really good sinker. He can go to that pitch here after throwing 3 pitches that are breaking away from you to throw one that's faster and breaking into you.
2 pitch, and there was the sinker. It's a little low. Missed by a whole lot.
Oh, good miss. Now this is a big pitch right here. Neto, it was an easy layoff on 0-2. That was a good take right there. That was a tough pitch to lay off of.
Well, they've got Calhoun at second. Got Joe Adele at first base. Calhoun kind of clogging the bases, though, for a guy like Adele who can really run.
It'll be interesting. Evan Carter's playing pretty deep in left field. I think if it's a base hit to left field, they might get aggressive.
2-2, and he foul tips that one. Stays alive. Heim could not gather it in, so it stays 2-2.
That's the life of a catcher on foul balls, especially with sinker ballers, because guys get on top of the pitch if they foul it off, and you can, unfortunately, as Jonah and other catchers will tell you, sinker ball pitchers can be at times the toughest guys to catch, to frame the pitches, and then also you wear some foul balls during those games.
There's a 2-2. Yeah, that's outside. So in danger of losing Neto, and with Jonathan Hernandez, that's the one thing that is usually top of mind with him, is just managing the walks. Don't give away those free base runners. Here comes the payoff, and that missed. Ball 4. So Neto indeed takes the walk. The bases are loaded with 1 out, and that'll get Mike Maddox out to the mound in a hurry.
Yeah, Hernandez did a good job with the first 2 breaking balls to get ahead 0-2, and unfortunately just couldn't execute one more pitch to either get a strikeout or a ground ball double play situation. And so here you got to make sure, I think, for Jonathan Hernandez, to keep him in the right frame of mind, to keep him positive, to keep him believing in himself. Now, yes, they are going over scouting reports here and what to do and what pitches to throw, what to get ahead with, what to possibly put him away with. But right here, the main part is keep Jonathan Hernandez positive in his thinking.
So take a moment, quiet back behind the mound there, get a little rosin. There you have the runners, Calhoun, Adele, and now Neto. First to third, a 1-0 Rangers lead, but Angels threatening. Here's Mickey Moniak, and he goes after the first pitch, a pop-up, short left field, and that one is a fair ball. Carter comes up with it, no one to throw to at third, and it's a bloop single by Moniak to tie the game at 1.
Well, that's just unfortunate and unlucky, but we've seen where walks can hurt you, and 2 walks in this inning hurt you. Now, Jonathan Hernandez right here sees this ball, and he points up. Actually, Jonathan Hernandez should be the third baseman here. So when we show Evan Carter, there's an out at third base. So right here, it's going to be tough to see. We see Willie Calhoun tagging up. But right here, there's going to be an out at third. Jonathan Hernandez is not supposed to back up home plate in that situation. When you see your third baseman and shortstop go out for a ball like that, you have to be the third baseman. And if you're the third baseman, you see where Joe Adele was tagging up here too. You would have got a force out at third base. But that's a tough read for a pitcher there.
1-1 the score. We open the broadcast talking about little things.
Yep.
And the great job last night by Marcus Semien. And that was a little thing. Now you hope it doesn't become a bigger thing. Bases loaded, 1 out, and that one a good slider, but just misses to Kevin Pillar. Batting here for Paris. So the veteran hitter, Pillar, oldest position player on the roster, 35 years old. And he pops this one up, foul territory, and that's not playable.
That feels like that one went foul. That feels like about the 6th full swing little pop-up they've hit today, the Angels. And the Rangers have been successful on all of them except the one that Moniak hit there for the RBI. Out of all the runners in scoring position hits that they would get a little blooper that falls in between the third baseman, shortstop, and left fielder.
Yeah, off the bat, did you have a sense that that was going to be fair? I thought initially it was just going to go foul.
I did too, but watching Josh Smith hustle, I thought, oh, this one might be fair.
Yeah.
And it stayed perfectly down that line.
Yeah, there's definitely a point there where the body language of the fielders let us know that that one was trouble. 1-2 the count on Pilar now. Infield back, hoping for a ground ball, and there is a little tapper foul. I shouldn't say back, but more like Semien and Seager a step in from their normal position, hoping for that ability to turn two and get out of the inning.
And you do need, if Pilar hits a ground ball, he's still a pretty good runner, and Josh Smith is playing back, so if it's a slow roller, it would score another run.
Still only one out in the inning. Here it comes. And that's another foul ball.
That's a really good sinker right there from Jonathan Hernandez, and you have to give Pilar credit there. That was a tough pitch to make contact on here, as you see this ball running in on the hands and then fouling it off the shin guard there.
So Pilar back in again. Giving a pretty good battle here to Jonathan Hernandez. The 1-2 pitch. And that's low.
You always wonder sometimes when Jonathan Hernandez is pitching, that looked like Pilar saw that ball so well. That ball was on the plate below the zone, and he didn't really flinch that hard to swing at the pitch.
Another offering, and that one is outside. Full count. By the way, the runner at third, Joe Adell, is the responsibility of Lorenzen. The run that scored this inning goes against Lorenzen's line, who went 6 1/3. Really did a nice job. Adell got on via the walk. Here's the payoff. And out to center field. That's trouble. Drops in, base hit. Adell is in. Neto right behind him. He scores. And now the throw gets away. Heading to third base, Moniak, and they got him at third. Now 2-run score to give the Angels their first lead of the ball game. But that is the second out.
Well, the Angels have had problems with runners in scoring position, but Pilar here, that's a pretty good pitch from Hernandez. Throws one down and away, but he saw the ball well off the bat. Leote's throw is offline here. Jonaheim luckily just gets a piece of that one to keep it around him there. And then is able to gather the ball and throw it to Josh Smith for the easy out. But the Angels have come through in a big way here in the 7th inning.
3 runs have scored. Rengifo now the batter. 2 out in the inning. And he smashes that ball out to right center. That's down for extra bases. Pilar should be able to cruise to the plate. He does. Rengifo's headed for third, and he's in there without a throw. RBI triple makes it 4-1 Angels. Boy, oh boy.
Well, that one was without a runner in scoring position, but a runner in first, and the hanging breaking ball right down the middle here, and Rengifo jumps on it. You can see the jump there from Pilar with 2 outs, scores easy. Leote plays it off the wall here. Gets it in, but the Angels have opened it up.
So Hernandez fires one in there for a strike to Cole Tucker. Oh, and 2. A walk, 2 singles, and a triple so far with Jonathan out there. 2-strike pitch, and Tucker bounces it down to first base. Lowe has it, will take it himself, and the inning is done. But a 4-run uprising by the Angels has them in front for the first time this afternoon. 7th inning stretch time here. Ready for God Bless America as we turn it over to Chuck Morgan.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and direct your attention down the third baseline and welcome back Matthew Manzik. Matthew will now perform God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You gotta go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
Rangers baseball on Bally Sports is brought to you by Rooms to Go. Don't miss the Memorial Day sale going on now. Well, the winds of change have altered the trajectory of this one today. 4-1. Suddenly the Angels on top with a 4-run uprising in the top of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th here. Interesting to see Soriano back out there. Now he's only 66 pitches into the ball game, but this is a guy coming off his 2nd Tommy John surgery, limited innings last year, and they've been fairly public about wanting to watch his innings this year, but they're going to let him come out in the 7th in a 4-1 game.
He's been outstanding. Last inning, Semien had the 1-out double, intentional walk of Seager, and he was able to get out of that situation. Now he's pitching with a 3-run lead here, and nobody warming up in the Angels bullpen, so a lot of confidence from the Angels staff that Soriano can hold this lead.
I wondered if the long break was going to be a potential issue for them at that time. Well, all things being equal, we would have run you back out in the 7th, but given that it was I don't know, a 20-minute half inning, maybe we back off that, but they're not.
I was thinking the same thing as that inning was getting longer on the Rangers if they wanted to take them out, but see there, a perfect pitch on 2-1, 98 miles an hour, so the stuff is still there, the velocity still there, the movement still there. Yeah, if you want to get him to the average, he still has about 10 pitches left.
Stays 2-2 on Jonah. Heim Carter and Jankowski in the 7th inning. Rangers offense has been a little sluggish for the better part of a week, maybe a week and a half now. And they're going to need to come up with some big time rally here these last 3 innings. This one lined out into right field. That's a brilliant way to start it. Well struck ball by Heim, and the lead man is aboard. Now some changes defensively as Kevin Pillar stays in the game in left field. The left fielder Tucker moves into third and displaces Rengifo, who is now at second base. So a man on 7th inning, and Evan Carter coming to the plate. Little visit as Theis went out there to have a word with Soriano, and he has not had to pitch out of the stretch much at all today, but he will here in the 7th inning.
You know, and for a young pitcher, they haven't had to visit the mound but 2 times today either.
Yeah. 0-2. Pardon me, the first pitch to Carter. Up and out, ball 1. He is himself 0 for 2. 5 homers, 15 RBIs for the rookie. And that one down to first. Calhoun grabs it, touches first, throws to second, but it won't be in time. Pretty good play again by Willie Calhoun. Playing his first ever game at first base. He's looked pretty good down there.
Yeah, very good catch here. Now, probably should have thrown that ball to second base first, but you still get an out. And in the 7th inning, you'll definitely take an out there. Also, for a right-hander, that first time wanting to throw to second base, your arm angle is in that line of the runner going to second. That's what sometimes people say, well, why left-hander at first base? Well, that's one of the advantages of being a left-hander, is your arm angle is going to take you away from that runner running to second. But good hands right there from Willie.
So Heim's at second. A 1-strike pitch to Jankowski, and he taps it straight down to the dirt, foul.
This feels so important to me right now that the Rangers need to get this run home. Runner on second, 1 out. Jankowski, Grossman, Taveras, hopefully all going to get to hit this inning, but need to get this run home.
Two-strike pitch, and Jankowski takes outside. 1-2 to count.
Just wonder right there. We'll see if there's a little bit of fatigue, and obviously the Angels might feel like there is too. That was the first splitter that I felt like was really a big miss. He's been really good with that pitch, throwing it on the plate like that.
Strikeout of Jankowski. 2 away.
Well, and that's pitching right there. You're not going to throw every pitch the way you want to, but after throwing one that wasn't close to the zone, he makes a great adjustment, throws it on the plate below the zone, and that's a really tough pitch to lay off of, and gets a big strikeout.
Grossman the batter, and that's in the dirt. Nice. Able to keep it in front of him and keep Heim to second base. A leadoff single in the inning. And now 80 pitches coming up here for Soriano. I'm with you. Big runner out there right now. Rangers have to figure out a way to get him in. Clark and Anderson loosening quickly for the Rangers. We saw Adam Sember probably ready now for the Angels if needed. Bouncer, second base. Rengifo comes in a couple of steps. Throws out Grossman, and the inning is done. Rangers get that leadoff hit, but they can't do anything with it. 8th inning coming up, 4-1.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You gotta go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
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 This is what you've been waiting for, folks. This is Gunnar Henderson.
American League Rookie of the Year.
What a superstar rookie season he had.
What can this guy do?
One of the best all-around players. You better be really good at what you do if you're going to be called Gunnar.
Out of here! Gunnar Henderson's season is in full effect.
Gunnar Henderson's my shortstop. This dude, absolute animal.
Show him who you are, kid. Show him who you are.
We roll on in the top of the 8th and a few injury updates to pass along on the pitching front as we show you that Dane Dunning and Nathan Eovaldi both threw a bullpen session today. Both said they would each be about 15 to 20 pitches apiece. We know that Dane Dunning is still a possibility to make a start in Philadelphia this week. As far as Nathan is concerned, talk to him about, having that rehab start. Does he need it? We saw him not need to have one last season. He said all of that is still to be determined. He is open to whatever the team suggests. And then Cody Bradford, they're slow playing him a little bit with that stress fracture. They do not want it to come back rather. And so they're really trying to be extra cautious with Cody Bradford. So hopefully reinforcements on the way on the pitching side.
Yeah, and I think Boch mentioned the other day that there's no intent of sending Eovaldi out for a rehab. Dunning, I mean, they need the guys to work it out here, quite honestly.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see both of them come back and drop right into the rotation, and they may be shorter starts, but they need some help. As Grant Anderson deals here in the 8th inning. He's got the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. So hopefully those guys coming back here the next week or so. There's a bouncer shortstop. And Seager's high throw brought down by Lowe, and he's able to get the tag on Taylor Ward. That's a great play at first. One away.
Good job by Lowe saving Seager there as Seager charges the ball here. You see him playing deep short, coming in on it, getting rid of it quickly. Just a high throw, but Lowe doing a good job of leaving his feet, catching the ball first, and then tagging second.
Still has those good hops. Here's Calhoun, and he lifts one out into right field. Jankowski races in to make the play. 2 gone. So Anderson, nice job here in the 8th inning. Jonathan Hernandez 2/3 of an inning in the 7th, and it did not go as well. He allowed 2 inherited runners to score, and then 2 of his own to score.
Jonathan Hernandez inning, the Angels laid off some pitches that were tough pitches to take, but it was almost like they knew what he was throwing. They seemed very comfortable in the box that inning, and I don't know if it's because they saw him yesterday. I don't, but they were comfortable at bats there.
Little roller to second base, and a great job by Anderson to author a 1-2-3 8th inning. Rangers need to get something going offensively. Tavares will lead it off, then Semien and Seager when we return.
Cash in on the basketball action with Prize Picks. Pick more or less on 2 or more players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Playoff time is your time. Squad up with the millions of Prize Picks members across the country who are turning up for every big moment. Use code TV during the playoffs for a first deposit match up to $100.
Watch the game change, yeah.
Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app.
Grand Canyon University's RN to BSN online degree program
makes earning your bachelor's in nursing possible. Balance online coursework with local in-person clinicals to position yourself for potential leadership opportunities in the time you have from wherever you are, leaving room for what matters. Your personalized plan and team can help you achieve your goals. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy. What? And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Time now for our Baylor Scott and White health game diagnosis in the 4th inning. Corey Seager goes deep to give the Rangers a lead. Great catch by the Texas Ranger fan, but unfortunately the 7th inning just gets away from the Rangers. Angels score 4, and we're at 4-1 now.
Soriano continues to pitch for the Angels now in the 8th inning. I suppose the argument could be, well, why not? There's a hard bouncer up the middle. Neto is there, and he throws out Tavares, 1 away. Threw it to the new first baseman, Shanuel, 1 away.
Soriano's making Ron Washington look really smart for leaving him in the 7th and then starting off the 8th with another ground ball. It's been ground ball after ground ball for Soriano this game. 12 ground ball outs.
Simeon had a double against him in the 6th inning. 1 for 3. And there's a strike.
You know, yesterday the Rangers felt like the Angels were playing too far up the middle behind the base, and right now you can see where they are really stretching it if they're behind the base or not.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good perspective from up here, but Rengifo really lines up on the absolute extreme edge. Technically he's
on the right side, I guess, but it's by a step.
Little bouncer third base. Tucker fires it across in time. Simeon turned back 2 away.
That's 13 ground ball outs. I mean, this is impressive from Soriano that he just gets the Rangers for the most part. Even the double you're talking about from Simeon was a ground ball double.
Rangers in danger of going 2-4 on the homestand. And Soriano, ball 1 there to Seager.
I guess he didn't want Seager to swing at another first pitch.
I think it's Ron Washington out there.
Interesting.
Is that a reaction to just the pitch?
I don't know, because usually when Ron comes out, now we've seen him do this. This reminds me of Derek Holland right here.
Yeah.
Where Ron would sometimes, instead of Maddox going out, Ron would go out. And this is a motivational speech right here.
What a big developmental step today, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks like the Angels have a very special starting pitcher on their hands here in Soriano. I've been very impressed. And you look at the efficiency there. The 4th inning was the most pitches he threw, and that was only 15 in an inning.
There's 2 out here, nobody on. And the 1-0 to Seager is inside. And Corey has done the only damage today. A towering home run in the 4th inning. And he takes low. 3 balls and no strikes. And maybe part of that conversation with Wash too was Well, don't worry about getting this guy.
Well, but you're up 4-1. You don't want to walk him here. I get it, what you're saying, but 4-1, challenge him at 99 miles an hour. If he hits a homer, he hits a homer. I'm not saying you want that to happen, but right here, I think he's running out of juice right now.
3-1. And he loses him. That's ball 4. Seager is on. Second walk today. The first one was intentional. And so Nathaniel Lowe will bat with a man on.
I think that at bat, in a way, was a good sign for the Rangers. That was the first time that Soriano, if he didn't execute a pitch, the next pitch he immediately executed. And that at bat did not look good from the pitcher standpoint. So if Nate Lowe can get one down the middle here and take advantage of it, get you back in the game. And that one, I know it said splitter there, but that was just a fastball top of the zone at 96 to get ahead of the hitter.
This one on the ground, and that's through into right field. Base hit. Lowe is on. And now suddenly that tying run comes to the plate.
Great job by Nathaniel Lowe getting a breaking ball that he could handle and giving the Rangers a chance here in the 8th inning with 2 outs and getting the tying run up to the dish.
What a day for Soriano. You see the disappointment on his face. They will give the ball to Luis Garcia. 8th inning. Rangers have the tying run added to the plate.
Let's talk about sex. As you get a little older, things tend to work a little differently.
I felt shame, embarrassment, guilt.
Like something had been knocked out from underneath me. What HIMS does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100% online.
The whole process was very discreet.
It made me feel like I'm a rock star.
This product has changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at 4hims.com.
I was paying for my ex's wine club membership for months before I caught it. After we broke up, I forgot all about it, but my credit card did not. That's why I downloaded Rocket Money, an app that shows you all your subscriptions in one place, and any you don't want, you cancel right in the app. Raise a glass to smarter spending and download Rocket Money today.
When it comes to tickets, pick TickPick. You're picking the best prices guaranteed, with no hidden fees ever. Pick from thousands of live events. No hidden fees, more savings. Download the TickPick app.
Join the million-plus fans who have made game days more entertaining by playing along on Underdog. Basketball fans from all over the United States have won over $1 billion. Underdog Fantasy, calling all dogs.
Well, it's 4-1, but the Rangers threatening in a big way here in the 8th inning. Tying run coming to the plate. You know, you can save 50% with Coca-Cola Family Fun Tuesdays. Use that offer code COKE50. Enjoy discounts on parking, food, and drink. Kids can meet Rangers players and coaches at the pregame autograph sessions as well. It's a really cool way to come out to the ballpark with the family on Tuesdays. Again, that's Rangers.com/familyfun. Garcia, the new pitcher here for the Angels. Big spot for him. Josh Smith just gets out of the way of the fastball.
Well, we saw the numbers earlier. There's Garcia's numbers on the year with a 5.4 ERA, 229 batting average against. Josh Smith in these situations is hitting over 400 this year with runners in scoring position.
And he'll take a strike. Borderline pitch, but 1-1 on Smith.
Just caught the top of the zone.
Seager and Lowe, the base runners. Pitch from Garcia. Oh my. 1-2.
Yeah, this one's close. We'll see here that top edge of the zone. Borderline, and it goes Garcia's way. See if Smith with 2 strikes can come up big here.
What a spot here. And he'll step off. Garcia maybe not real comfortable. Infield swung around a little bit to the right. Here comes a pitch. And that one's poked out to left field. That's a base hit. Seager got a good start, but they'll stop him at third. There's no real reward to taking that risk. Rangers have them loaded with 2 out.
Now we see here the split finger fastball, belt high, and Josh Smith. What a tremendous job with 2 strikes to get a ball up in the zone and take advantage of it, hit a line drive, and right here, there was no way Seager was going to score. Now you get that go-ahead run with Jonah Heim.
Bases loaded, 2 out. And Jonah takes strike 1. Fastball there at 97 from Garcia.
So far, when you've seen the Rangers with the 3 takes against Garcia, Garcia has hit the edge on all 3 pitches.
Heim with a big swing, but got underneath it. And Moniak comes in, makes the catch, and the inning is done. Rangers leave them loaded in the 8th. 9th inning coming up, still 4-1.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
Well, I think he's one of the faces of the game. This kid is special beyond words.
Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly! Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez! What a life! This is the man right here.
I feel like we're a pretty good spot to compete.
Another historic chapter.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
Want to put your baseball skills to the test? Then get ready to show your stuff with MLB Pitch, Hit, and Run. The official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for free for a chance to play your way to the Pitch, Hit, and Run finals at the 2024 World Series. Visit pitchhitrun.com today.
See the score 4-1. Angels with the lead as we head to the 9th inning. And it is time for our Whataburger Probables. Looking ahead to Tuesday. Tomorrow, a day off for the Rangers. They will travel after the game today. John Gray will have the start on Tuesday. He has been outstanding so far. But look at the other side. Rangers Suarez for the Phillies. The Phillies team now 20 games over 500. 8-0 with a 1.37 ERA. So the Rangers will have quite the challenge Tuesday night in the city of brotherly love. Grant Anderson goes to work here in the 9th inning. Matt Thaiss takes ball 1. Anderson was excellent in the 8th inning. A 1-2-3 8th inning, but he misses wildly high here, 2-0. Well, his job, make sure this stays a 3-run game. Give the Rangers a chance in the 9th inning. They had a chance last inning. Loaded the bases. But they have struggled to come up with big hits lately.
And the Rangers are just, there's one more inning, but are just in a funk as a team offensively. Putting together at-bats and runs in an inning. We've seen so many times that this team has been able to put a crooked number on the board and then the next inning keep the pressure on. And just recently the Rangers have struggled to put pressure on the other team's pitchers and then cash in the situations that they have the opportunity to. Two to
Thaiss. And apparently foul that one back.
We'll see here the check swing. A no-go.
Here's the pitch, and this is foul back. To be real honest with you, I'm confused right now as to whether or not that was a ball or a strike previously.
On the replay, it didn't look like he fouled it off. We have different counts in different places right now.
There's strike three call. That'll take care of any confusion. Dice down looking. One away.
A good job here from Grant Anderson to get the first out of the inning. The sidearm four-seam fastball inside corner. Freezes Dice and gets that big first out here in the ninth inning to hold it at 4-1. To hopefully give the Rangers a chance to get the tying run or winning run up again, like they were able to in the eighth inning. Just weren't able to get any runs on the board.
Meadows walked a couple of times today. Scored a run in that 4-run seventh inning. 1-0. It's right in there. And speaking of that chance for the Rangers in the bottom of the ninth, Carter, Jankowski, and Grossman are the batters due. It's outside 2-1. It was indicated today that Adolis Garcia, in theory, could be available off the bench. So maybe that's the case. He doesn't look like he's in any mind frame to be hitting anytime soon, but who knows? This one popped up in a right field. That's made by Jankowski, 2 away.
To your point, you never know how guys, especially for Adolis, everyday players, how they handle a possible pinch hit situation. Do they want to go down and swing off of a tee 20 times? Do they want a front toss? Do they want the machine to see 10 pitches off of machine down there? We see Adolis right there. If he were to pinch hit, most likely it would be a little bit like coming off the bench cold.
That's outside. And it could be, look, sometimes the managers don't give you exactly all the information. It may well be that he was explicitly off for the day, period. But you don't want to say that as a manager necessarily, because you don't want Ron Washington knowing that. You'd like him to at least respect the fact that Garcia could hit today.
Yeah, just looking at the guys coming up, let's just say Robbie Grossman gets to hit with the first two guys on base. If he knows that Adolis Garcia is not an option, he might bring in a left-handed pitcher.
Right.
And then know that Adolis wouldn't come in and hit off his left-handed pitcher. So it makes Ron think, well, I'm going to have to stick with the righty because I don't want Garcia coming in the game here.
This one lifted out into center field. Easy play for Taveras. It's a 1-2-3 ninth inning. Nice job by Anderson. All right, bottom of the ninth, last chance on the way. Evan Carter hoping to get things started for the Rangers.
On MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
The 2023 National League Most Valuable Player, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna is the real deal.
He's incredible.
When you talk to players, they're in awe of things Acuna is accomplishing.
This kid can do it all.
He did it! A 40-70 season! Let it fly, Ronald.
4-1. Rangers have a little coming back to do here in this 9th inning. And by the way, turning our attention to the next time the Rangers are home, last couple of games in the month of May, the Diamondbacks in town, a World Series rematch here at Globe Life Field. Tickets available at Rangers.com for those two contests.
Two-game series against Arizona in the World Series here, and then you went on and won all three in Arizona, so they wanted the schedule to just be a two-game series for the 2024 rematch.
You know, they've been our quote-unquote natural rivals in interleague off and on. It's between Arizona and Colorado year to year. But that certainly helped last year with the World Series to solidify that rivalry. Here's a first pitch strike to Evan Carter. I love that note at the bottom of the screen. A little call for some more of that Rangers explosive inning power that they have, and they do have it. We've seen it plenty. It's a tough call there to Carter. 0-2. 31 times though this year where they've scored 3 or more in an inning. Garcia's pitch, and this is bounced toward first base and handled by Shanoel, one away. A couple other defensive changes, by the way. Guillorme checks in the game. Guillorme, he takes over at second base. That's where Rengifo was. So Rengifo moves back to third, where he started the game. Left briefly, but back at the hot corner. One out here is Travis Jankowski. And Rengifo is up at third, worried that he might try to bunt his way on.
For Jankowski, this is his job right now, is to just get on base. Somehow, some way, get on base. Whether it's bunting, whether it's a blooper over the infield, or a blast in the gap.
There's a strike. Fastball right on the corner. 1-1. Chokes up on that bat a good couple inches. Oh my. Strike two. So the close ones, they have, well, the strike zone seems like it's opened up just a little bit in the late innings for Junior Valentine.
I have to give Garcia credit. He is right on those borders of ball strike, and those are usually good pitches for pitchers to throw.
No ball, that's through. Right side base hit for Jankowski. All right. Rangers showing a little life in the ninth. Big base runner.
Great job here. Split finger. Ball in the middle, and Jankowski does a great job hitting it into right field, getting on base. He's going to be a base-to-base guy. What I mean by that is, if this ball's hitting to the outfield, if you want to go to third base, you better do it standing up. We don't need any plays there. You're not the tying or go-ahead run.
Grossman pops this one down the third base side, and that is beyond the reach of Rengifo. Robbie 0 for 3 today. Well, it was Jose Soriano who went for 7 2/3, and he was a riddle the Rangers couldn't quite solve. Now Garcia trying to go better than an inning to finish it off. The 1-strike pitch. And it's 1-1. Garcia got the final out last inning for the Angels. Long hold. And Grossman turns this one toward right. Guillorme on a slide gets you out at second. Throws on to first in time. Double play. For the briefest of moments, looked like that might be a base hit. Next thing you know, game over. Wow.
That's why they put Guillorme in the game. This is a really nice play and a great turn for the Angels. Right there you see it. Unfortunately for the Rangers, it was just a tough series where they couldn't get a lot going. They did get an extra inning win yesterday, but you look at overall the homestand going 2-4. The Rangers are just in a funk right now. They couldn't get out of it with a little bit of home cooking. We know this team is a good team, and not playing their best baseball, we know they can play better, and hopefully it happens on the road.
Starting on Tuesday. We're just about done here. One quick break, and we'll be back to wrap it up in a moment.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
I think he's one of the faces of the game. This kid is special beyond words.
Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, this guy's a superstar.
Impossibly! Oh, what a play by Julio Rodriguez! What a life! This is the man right here.
I feel like we'll bring responsible feet.
Another historic chapter.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
Rangers Baseball is brought to you by Baylor Scott & White Health, the power to live better, and Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Well, not the finish the Rangers were hoping for on this homestand. A 4-1 loss tonight in the finale. So it's off to the road and hoping for things better out there. For Mike Bassick and Emily Jones, I'm Dave Raymond. Thanks for being with us. Keep it right here. Postgame show is coming up next.
This is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you on board MLB The Show 24. Where gamers can play as their favorite baseball teams, create custom players, and even relive history with some of baseball's greatest legends. Now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Can I play? Rated E for everyone.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion!
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings, only on MLB Network.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
the Sunday we had hoped for here at Globe Life Field as we welcome you to our post-game edition of Rangers Live, presented by Frontier as the Angels take the series after winning this afternoon's game 4-1. So we welcome you inside now into our pregame edition of Rangers Live. I'm Leslie McCaslin alongside Mark McLemore. Well, 2-4 is not what we had hoped for on this 6-game homestand. Why is it that the Rangers can't quite get out of this funk that they're in right now?
That's a really good question. I think if Boch had the answer, he would definitely be using that answer. They're just not getting consistent pitching out of the bullpen. We talked about that in the pregame show. It's continued today. The offense really hasn't kicked in the way it did all of last year. So at some point, that has got to change. They've got to start scoring some runs. Only scored 1 run today, solo home run by Seager. So they've got to be able to figure out what's going on with the offense. That's going to be the big thing. If they can score some runs, they're going to win a lot more ball games.
Yeah, because bits and pieces are there, including the starting pitching. Michael Lorenzen had an amazing day again, his second in a week, keeping the Rangers in this game. But basically, it all came apart in the top of the 7th when the Angels scored all 4 of their runs.
Yeah, it did, and it started with a former Ranger. Willie Calhoun leads off that 7th inning, hits a double over Leody Taveras' head in center field. Tough ball to get to. Willie laid all over that one. The next batter comes up, Joe Adele, and Lorenzen walks him there. Slider misses with a slider, a 3-2 count there. And you got your next batter, walks that batter. Now bases are loaded. And this one, I don't know if anybody can place this ball any better than this. That is just a hit. Nobody can make a play on that. Willie Calhoun scores from there, and they take a 2-1 lead at that point. And then the floodgates kind of open up here. Drops a single into left field, scores a couple of runs. And man, it was just a tough inning, a tough way for Michael Lorenzen to get the loss, because those first 2 runs that came across, those belonged to him. And then Hernandez's troubles just continue to mount, and just not able to really throw quality strikes. Every pitch that he threw, which ended up being a mistake, the Angels capitalized. So you have to tip your hat to the Angels hitters. Whenever they got a mistake out over the middle of the plate, they did something with it, and that's really how you score runs.
So 2 of those runs go to Lorenzen, 2 of those to Jonathan Hernandez there, and then in the top of the 8th, or bottom of the 8th, you felt like the Rangers were going to make a little bit of a comeback here, started seeing flashes, but as the usual, they get the bases loaded, they have opportunities, they just cannot get the runs home.
Yeah, they haven't been able to come up with a big hit. Typically with bases loaded, you're going to get something out of this offense, a single, a double, and possibly even a home run. But Jonah Heim gets a fastball right down the middle, and you can see his frustration. He knows he had the pitch that he wanted, popped it up to center field, and that was the inning. So the guys know exactly what's going on. You look at Heim and the frustration that he showed there. That's the pitch he wanted. That's the pitch that he handles usually.
Sure.
But for whatever reason, they're just a little bit off. And it's not just one guy. It's multiple guys, and that's really the problem. Because last year, you obviously had a lot of guys on all the time. It was pretty much 1 through 13. And now you've got a guy that may get hot for a few days, and then maybe another guy, and not everybody, or 4 or 5 guys even at the same time, and that's what they're looking for.
And then Adolis Garcia was taken out last minute. He did not play today, as well as he got an MRI, so they needed more offense. But let's check out our Whataburger pitching breakdown, because they did get a solid performance early on from Michael Lorenzen. But hey, Jose Soriano was very good for the Angels too, and Boch has talked about this. They have run into some really good pitching lately, and the offense has struggled.
Yeah, it's been a combination, not just the Rangers bats, and there's a reason the Rangers bats are not producing right now, and a lot of it has to do with the pitching they're facing. Jose Soriano was absolutely on today. 7 2/3 innings, just scattered 5 hits and only gave up the solo home run to Seager. That's really the only mistake the Rangers were able to capitalize on. But if you look at what he's doing, you see his changeup there, jumping out of the strike zone, a sinker there going down and away. Leody fastball hits it right back up the middle. That's an out. So he threw to his defense, which is what you're supposed to do. Not afraid to throw to contact. Ground ball to third base here. Simeon's out. So you have to tip your hat to Soriano. And I know you get tired as an offense of saying, okay, I'm tipping my hat to too many guys. You want to turn things around. But when you're facing good pitching and that pitcher is on, it's tough for any offense. I don't care what offense it is. If that pitcher is on and hitting his spots, it's going to be a tough day for the offense.
Well, Lorenzen got the loss today, but he's put together a couple of starts here that have to have people thinking he could really help this team down the stretch, especially with so many starting pitchers injured. What did you think of his day? The fact that he was able to go yet again, 6 innings, 6 1/3 with 3 hits, 2 runs.
This is his 6th start now that he's gone at least 6 innings, and he pitched well enough again to win. He gave up the 2 runs, and of course it looked a lot worse than it was because he gave up those 2 in the 7th inning. Well, Hernandez left those in, but Lorenzen got them on. If there's offense and we score 4 or 5 runs, Lorenzen has a win. So he's pitching the way that the Rangers need him to. He's keeping his team in it. He's keeping the opposition down, not letting the wheels fall off, throwing quality strikes, being aggressive in the strike zone, doing all the things that a starting pitcher is supposed to do. Start in and start out. He is getting the job done.
And those guys are well aware of trying to get those runs for Andrew Heaney. I'm sure they are for Michael Lorenzen as well, who hopefully is on the verge of a win soon. But today, the win goes to the Angels. They take the series 2 games to 1. We'll continue to break this one down when we return on Rangers Live, presented by Frontier.
Rangers Live on Valley Sports is presented by Frontier. Uncable yourself. Get fiber internet. And by Steel. Find your Steel dealer at Steel Dealer.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
This is what you've been waiting for, folks. This is Gunnar Henderson.
American League Rookie of the Year. What a superstar rookie season he had.
What can this guy do?
One of the best all-around players. You better be really good at what you do if you're going to be called Gunnar.
Out of here! Gunnar Henderson's season is in full effect.
Gunnar Henderson's my shortstop. This dude, absolute animal.
Show him who you are, kid. Show him who you are.
On Valley Sports is brought to you by Whataburger. Tangy, crispy, crunchy. The all-new Whataburger Bacon Steakhouse Double. Available for a limited time. All right, welcome back to Rangers Live, presented by Frontier as we are wrapping up this game. Hey, let's give some love to Corey Seager, the one run he accounted for, a home run in the bottom of the 4th, showing that power, which we have seen lately, Mac.
We have his 4th home run in the last 10 ball games. Great to see Corey Seager, starting to heat things up a little bit, hitting the long ball and getting some base hits and getting back to the Corey Seager that we're used to.
Yes, and hopefully that will continue on this next road trip. But as we continue to wrap up the 6-game homestand, let's see what Bruce Bochy had to say after today's loss and our Frontier post-game reaction.
Coach, we saw some great arms today with Lorenzen and Soriano. What did you see from them early in the game? From Michael?
Both.
Yeah, no, both really pitched well. Their guy, he had great stuff. Obviously, I mean, you look at the velocity and the off-speed pitches, you know, and our guy was really, really good too. Michael just worked pretty hard there, and you know, trying to take care of him when we just couldn't get you know, a couple outs there. But I mean, what a job he did, you know, to give us a chance to win that ball game.
Offensively, you're getting chances. It just doesn't seem like you're getting as many. Is that
as many? Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. You got to create those opportunities, and we're not doing a lot of it. You know, we did one inning, just couldn't get a hit to break it open. Smitty got a nice hit there with runners on, but couldn't score. But you know, and we're missing some slug. You know, we're just not slugging like we normally do, and you know, that's why we're sitting on 1 run or 2 runs for the most part here the last 9-10 days.
Do you know anything on Doley yet from the MRI?
Came out pretty good, so we're optimistic that he's going to be fine. We'll see how he's doing on Tuesday.
I think we've been really focused on you guys facing left-handed pitching, but why do you think you guys are missing the slug across the board so far?
Well, that's what we're talking about. You know, sometimes it goes in streaks, you get that, but you know, the guys that normally, some of the guys, you know, we're just not getting it. That's all. You know, it can be a couple things. You know, trying to probably be too patient up there, but a couple guys just aren't swinging like you know, they normally do, and you got to hope they come out of it. That's where we're at right now. There are guys, and we have some guys struggling right now.
Michael, I mean, obviously he got up to a delayed start because he signed so late in spring training. Are you starting to see him kind of settle in like a normal starter would?
Yeah. No, he's been outstanding for us. It really has, and you know, scoring runs, you got to go out there and pitch well, and he did that for us. So yeah, he's gotten in a nice rhythm, nice groove.
What did you see from Johnny in that inning there when he relieved Lorenzen?
Well, what hurt was he comes in strike 1, strike 2. I mean, really nice pitches there, and they're walking them. That hurt. And you know, they hit a ball. You know, they got a break on a bloop there that just hit by the line. And things kind of unraveled there. You know, you get Pilar credit. That's pretty good at bat. He threw. We fouled off some tough pitches and got a ball he could handle.
You've mentioned in the past that you want to stick with your guys when they're struggling at the plate, and maybe at some point you'll have to shake things up. Have you reached that point, or is there not enough to shake up?
Well, I mean, there wasn't a lot to shake up today. Let's be honest. I mean, Doley needed a day off, and you know, and with the guy that we were facing, they weren't good matchups for the guys that weren't playing. So, but you know, the lineup was different today. You know, we had our left-handed bats in there, Jankowski and Carter, and Robbie, who has good discipline at the plate. Been nice that last ball he hit would have got in. We'd had a tying run up there with, you know, Tavares up and the top of the order coming up, but you know, they made a heck of a double play there on us.
Do you feel any pressure?
Michael, you seem to get stronger as games go on, and you seem to have gotten more settled into as the season's got on. Do you feel that that's the case, and what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, settling in, getting comfortable with, you know, what my pitches are doing, having an understanding of what I can and can't do throughout the game. So it just makes the pitch selection a little more obvious, and yeah, you just kind of get into a groove a little bit, and you're able to just make better pitches. For me, the more pitches I throw, I feel like the better pitches I can make. So, you know, big situations, you know, I just rely on making a good pitch, and that's it.
It's a long season, and things go in waves. Offenses, pitching, different things like that. When the offense has been scuffling the way it has been lately, do you guys feel a heightened sense of urgency to perform, to kind of compensate for that?
No, I mean, you just try and do your best each and every time out, and that's it. You let the results take care of themselves. You let the pitching results take care of themselves, the offensive results. you don't worry about that. You just go out and do the best that you possibly can, and hopefully it puts your team in a good situation to win a baseball game.
You obviously can't control what's going on when you're not on the mound and when the opposing pitcher is on the mound, but when you have a guy like Soriano that was as locked in as he was today, does that factor in at all to your mind?
No, I mean, like I said, doesn't matter. It could be a position player on the other side pitching, and I'm going to go out there and try and do everything I can to perform at my best, but the guy's pretty good over there. I watched a couple of his starts. Well, actually, I had to stop watching his starts because it was pointless because his stuff is so good. It doesn't even translate to, how I can pitch a team or whatever because he's really good. So they have a good one in him over there, and, he did a good job today.
You guys, I think, are 8-0 when you're 500. This team has not been under 500 since Bruce Bochy got here. Wondering what you've seen, I guess, in this team, especially these last few weeks when you're at 500 and the team finds a way to stay above water, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah, that's more of, I think, outside looking in. When you're on the inside, you don't pay attention to it at all. You just try and win each and every game, and I think it's just worked out that, we're winning those 500 games, to be honest. It doesn't come into play at all. And yeah, baseball's a kind of a weird game with stats and stuff, but it's just, that's not kind of what we're thinking, but that's something that you see from the outside looking in.
Lorenzen put them in position to win today. They could not get it done. John Gray will do that at the next game after a day off, but we'll preview it when we return on Rangers Live, presented by Frontier.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You got to go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
The 2023 National League Most Valuable Player, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna is the real deal.
He's incredible.
When you talk to players, they're in awe of things that Acuna is accomplishing.
This kid can do it all.
He did it! A 40-70 season! Let it fly, Ronald.
behind or lost a game, we knew that the next day was a new day and that we had all the confidence in the world that we were going to win no matter what.
The Rangers try to shut down the Phillies. Tuesday on Bally Sports.
Rangers Live on Bally Sports is presented by Frontier. Uncable yourself. Get fiber internet. And by Fort Worth, named #1 city in its category for hosting sporting events by Sports Business Journal. All right, the Rangers are back at 500, 24-24 on the season. Probably good they get a day off because they've got a big one coming on Tuesday. Phillies are 14-3 in the month of May. Yes, that is tied for the best record in Major League Baseball. Check out that starting pitching ERA at 2.63. That could be one of the reasons. And Tuesday's probables are none other than John Gray and Ranger Suarez. Of course, Suarez is 8-0 on the year. For the Rangers, there's not really anybody else you'd like to have on the mound besides John Gray right now.
I'll tell you what, John Gray's been throwing some fantastic baseball. 6 and a third inning in his last start, 4 hits, no runs, a couple of walks, 3 punch-outs, and 94 pitches. So they're depending on him to go out there and go at least 6, hopefully into that 7th inning. But I'll tell you what, this Phillies ball club, they are very good, tied for the best record in all of baseball, and they are hot right now, 14-3 in May. So, yes, the Rangers are going to have their hands full, but I'll put my odds on John Gray for sure.
All right, you think it'll be another pitching duel?
I know John Gray's going to pitch well, and Suarez is 8-0, so yes, it probably will.
I have a feeling that's what we will see on Tuesday as the Rangers begin another road trip, and it starts in Philly. So be sure to tune in on Tuesday for that one. Of course, the pregame begins at 5 o'clock right here on Bally Sports. First pitch at 5:40, so a little bit early on Tuesday evening. So Rangers tried to get back into the win column after a tough homestand. Thanks so much for joining us this Sunday afternoon. Again, the Angels take the series 2-1 with a big 4-1 win here. But Tuesday is another day. We'll see you then.